Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. Just trying to survive this little winter storm everybody was going through.
Y'all always go through a winter storm. For us, they over exaggerated. No snow, no ice. Now in Dallas, it did hit, but here in Houston, it didn't. It was just cold. Like I know you gonna be like, man, it ain't cold. It was 25 degrees. That's the coldest it got. 25. 25 was the coldest, but nothing lower than that. But I mean, you in Chicago. That's how it usually be. There ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. But we got to get some football. We not going to talk about what our Super Bowl picks is. We will wait to do that next week. I'll just let people know now. I really don't know who I feel like is going to win. But by next Thursday, I will figure out what my pick is. But for now, we're going to recap the AFC and the NFC championship game. Let's start with the first game that happened in the winter, in the snowstorm. The Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots won 10-7 and are back in the Super Bowl. What is your take on the Patriots going right back to the Super Bowl and beating the Denver Broncos?
Well, shout out to Robert Kraft because it's just a testament to how good of an owner he is. Hiring Mike Vrabel, drafting Drake May. It's just a testament to how good that organization is and how much greatness that they have. But as far as the game was butt. The weather was bad, but the game was butt. Drake May only threw for 86 yards. Ramondre, it was really much a like a run game throughout the entire game. Ramondre Stevenson rushed for 71 yards. Drake May rushed for 65 yards. And then the same with the Broncos. Statham, he only threw for like Stidham, he only threw for like 133 yards. What's crazy is they still had a chance to win, but once he threw that pick, it was a wrap. Um, but it was just a defense and run game. It was not a good game at all. Um, yeah, it's not really too much to say about it. It was just a overall bad game, in my opinion. Due to weather.
Even because I think it really started snowing in like that second half. In the first half, I don't think Drake May played that good. And I feel like that's kind of been like the entire playoffs. He hasn't played the best, but I feel like in this game against the Broncos, he made the right plays. And I want to give a lot of credit to Mike Bravel. And the reason I say that is because in that second half, when it was snowing, really, you really can't throw the ball. He said, look, we're just going to run the ball as long as nobody fumbles. Let our defense win us the game. We're not even going to try and throw the ball. He stayed consistent on that. And that's why I was like, that's what a good coach is. He stayed consistent. He didn't even try to say, man, let's try to throw it deep down or something, or even a check down. No, we can't throw. We really can't see. Let's throw the ball. Let's run the ball. And then when we get stopped on third, because, bro, that second half was just, like you said, it was so garbage. It was garbage. Like, it was really bad. And it's like, bro, all it was run. We can't get nothing. The Broncos, Jarrett Stidham was just so bad. It's just like, he can't do anything. And I give Mike Vrabel a lot of credit. Just stay consistent. And Drake May, he just played he made the necessary plays running for it. He rushed for 10 yards. He rushed 10 times for 65 yards, and it was key runs that helped them win the game. Even that touchdown in I think that was second quarter when Jarrett Stidham threw a behind the back pass and they called it a fumble. That was the difference in the game. Like, literally. And I ain't gonna lie, Jarrett Stidham was cooking in that little first quarter. I ain't gonna lie. He was cooking. He actually played decent. And after that, after he fumbled that ball, it was over right after that. It was over. There was nothing. That offense was so bad. And I ain't gonna lie. I think if Bo Nix was there, they damn near win.
Yes, they would have.
I think they would have win the game. Like, because Bo Nix ain't gonna be out there like Bo Nix played good against the Bills. And I feel like I ain't gonna say he probably duplicate that same game because obviously snow and all that, but I think he gives you more than 17 for 31 and 133 yards. I feel like he gives you more than that. And the Broncos is like a big what if. If we had Bo Nix, we could have won the game. Nick Benito said, hey, we're the better team. I don't think he far-fetched to say that. And I think he has the right to say, like, hey, we were the better team, but we won't know because our quarterback didn't play. But I feel like Drake May, he just gotta play better. He hasn't played the best. He really just hasn't played the best. But I give him his credit on making the necessary plays in this game. Everybody been on Sean Payton before we go to the next game. Do you like the decision on going for it on fourth down? Because that really was the key. That was really the key game. I mean, key to their victory, the Patriots.
No, I'm not mad. I mean, Sean Payton, he's a genius. So if he felt like they needed to go for it, for momentum reasons, I'm not mad at him. I ain't mad at it. I probably would have went for it myself.
I think I think why people are giving him slack on it, one, because he didn't get it. And it's like, brother, read the room. You have a backup quarterback. It's not like this is, say, who's a good backup off the top of my head? Like if this was Daniel Jones as a backup, even though he'd been starting to play good.
Jacoby Brissett?
I feel like if Jacoby Brissett, who's way better than Jarrett Stidham, that's cool. But it's like Jarrett Stidham hasn't played legit real football in like 2 years. So it's like you're really putting your faith in Jarrett Stidham to make a clutch play early in the game. Because it's like, if y'all kick the field goal when there is no snow, no weather effect, that game, literally nothing else happened after that game. Y'all probably going to overtime and maybe y'all win that game, but we'll never know. But it's the same thing with like Ben Johnson. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. If he goes for it, they get a touchdown, they would have called Sean Payton the genius. Now that he didn't get it, they like, man, that was a bad call. That was a bad call. It is what it is. But congratulations to the Patriots. They're going back to the Super Bowl with no Bill Belichick, no Tom Brady. And like you said, give Robert Kraft his credit for hiring a great coach. And just, I can't think of the GM's name, but just them creating this new team after Tom Brady, because they were literally 2 years ago. The last 2 years going 4-13, then you win 10 plus games and going back to the Super Bowl. So give the Patriots their credit. They deserve it. And shout out to the Broncos too. They had a really good season. They'll be back. Bo Nix will get healthy. But let's get back to the game. The game.
Come on, man. Francisco, you a freaky ass nigga, boy. That boy Francisco a freaky ass nigga.
Bro, what Wemby did yesterday was like a Wemby game. It's a Wemby game. He did, I think, what he had, 28, 16, 5 blocks. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. He does that every game. But no, let's move on to the NFC Championship. The LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks win 31-27 behind Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold threw for 346, 3 touchdowns. Outplayed Matthew Stafford with 374 and 3 touchdowns. What was your thoughts on the Rams and Seahawks in the AFC Championship game?
This game was busting. I really enjoyed this game from quarters 1 through 4. I wasn't really a big believer in Sam Darnold. And who knows if he's gonna show up in the Super Bowl. But he did his thing out there. He made some really good throws, especially when he threw the JSN to get them down to score a TD. I think it was in that third quarter. So, shout out to Sam Darnold. He did his thing out there. I really thought the Rams was going to come away with this one. I thought if they would have got Kyron Williams involved a little bit more as far as the run game, I thought they probably could have won. But yeah, this was a great game throughout, bro. It was a high-scoring game. At first, it seemed like neither team could stop each other. But yeah, it was a great game. It was a really great game. I think the difference was that both didn't have any turnovers, But Sam Darnold, he made the right plays. He made the right throws. I thought Sam Darnold would have got a takeaway from him. But he didn't. And then the Rams they lost they fumbled the ball, so that was a key reason why they lost too, because of that takeaway. But yeah, it was a great game. It was really a great game.
You talk about the butt punt.
Hmm.
They butt the punt. And
Hmm.
special teams, them been doing them all year. Special teams been doing the Rams all year. Shout out to Sam Darnold. I feel like even if he plays at least good in the Super Bowl, and if he loses, it is what it is. I think Sam Darnold proving all the haters wrong. Like, hey, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Put me in the right situation. I'm good. Now, yes, he was in the right situation last year with the Vikings. He sold against the Rams in the wild card game. It is what it is. He played bad. That's just facts. He played bad last year. Against the 49ers, he didn't really have to do anything. So it's like, it is what it is. But this game, they really needed him. And he showed up in the biggest game of his life. And he really did outplay Matthew Stafford. I saw a stat. I don't have it, but Matthew Stafford was like 0 for like 9 on third down. That's a key thing. When you can't convert on third down, and Sam Darnold was clutch on third down. He just outplayed when you needed him the most. Sam Darnold just played better than Matthew Stafford. You just said it earlier. They muffed the punt. Man went down. He tried to catch it while he was sitting down because he lost his balance. Bro, after you stopped them, it was like 4th and 16. They punt. Come on now. Now they back into their territory, in the Rams territory. Like you said, JSN with a touchdown. And then I think they go up like 10 at that point. Then you thinking like, wow, it's over. It's damn near might be over. Matthew Stafford comes down the field. I'm like, okay, because like Matthew Stafford is kind of lighting up that defense. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of lighting up that defense. He got down there kind of quickly. But then when it came down to it, the Seattle Seahawks defense came up clutch because they stopped them on 4th down. And then it's like after that, they really didn't get the ball back. I know they got it back with like 10 seconds left of this, but they never did anything. But I just think the key thing is Sam Darnold just outplayed Matthew Stafford. It just outplayed him. And Sam Darnold is showing the world like I was just in bad situations with the Jets and the Panthers, and they put me in the right situation. I'm a very good quarterback. Now he has the chance to do it on the biggest stage in the Super Bowl. And I don't know. I think he could play decent. Who knows? But for right now, Sam Darnold proved all the haters wrong. He proved all the.
If he win this Super Bowl, bro, that's gonna be one. He's gonna have a hell of a story, because he was written off as a bust, and now he got a second chance, and he proved people wrong, and now he's gonna be in the Super Bowl. And if he wins and becomes a Super Bowl champion, he's gonna have one hell of a story.
Bro, he got 4 chances, man. This is like his. No, this technically like his 4th, because
no, I mean Jets, like second chance as far as like he revived his career.
I get what you're saying, because he went with the Jets. Obviously, they were bad. Then he goes to the Panthers. They basically bench him for Baker Mayfield. Then he backs up Brock Purdy in San Francisco for a year. Goes to the Vikings. Like I said, played bad last year. Then he really comes to Seattle, and look at him now, Super Bowl. And then before we go to our basketball, I want people to stop with this. Man, they chose JJ McCarthy over Sam Darnold because they thought he was the answer. I don't think that is really like the legit reason. My reason is Sam Darnold played good all last year. Sam Darnold wanted probably close to $30 million. They didn't think he was worth that. That's fine. But I felt like JJ McCarthy, the way that they moved up to trade up for him in the draft, at some point you got to see what he does. And it took the risk of letting Sam Darnold go. Because if you sign Sam Darnold to say maybe the same contract he got now, probably 3 years, 100-something million, JJ McCarthy never starts unless Sam Darnold plays like super, super bad that you got to bench him or he gets hurt. So you will never know. Then you feel like, oh, I traded up and wasted a top 10 pick on this guy, and we'll never know what he is. So I just feel like the Vikings just wanted to see what he does. It's just the fact that Sam Darnold goes to Seattle, goes to Super Bowl, and then J.J. McCarthy played like straight trash and was hurt his first full year. That's just what I think it is. I don't have a problem with them letting Sam Darnold go because you had to see what J.J. could do. I have no problem with that. It's just he played bad this year, his first year. That's it, bro. But shout out to the Rams. Man, Puka, he a dog. Puka a dog. Matthew Stafford a dog. Shout out to them. They had a real good year. They'll be back as long as Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, they'll be back. And shout out to the Seahawks. No one thought the Seahawks was gonna make it to the Super Bowl. No one thought that. I don't care what nobody said. Nobody thought that. You thought they'd be good. I don't think nobody thought they would be first seed good, but you thought they would be like good, maybe fight for the division or something like that, but not this. No one thought the Seahawks could do this, but congratulations, Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. You guys are going to the Super Bowl. Like I said, we will get back. We will give our Super Bowl picks next week. That's what we will do. But there really is no more football. This could be the shortest football segment for the last 10 weeks. Let's get into our Week 14 NBA Power Rankings. You want to start?
No, you go ahead and start.
Got you. I got you. At number 10, I got the Charlotte Hornets. At number 9, I got the Atlanta Hawks. At number 8, I got the Minnesota Timberwolves. At number 7, I got the LA Clippers. At number 6, I got the San Antonio Spurs. At number 5, I got the Toronto Raptors. At number 4, I got the OKC Thunder. At number 3, I got the New York Knicks. At number 2, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. And at number 1, I got the Detroit Pistons.
I'll tell you right now, the Thunder are not that high on my list. But at 10, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oh, wow. At 9, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers. At 8, I got the Charlotte Hornets. At 7, I got the Atlanta Hawks. At 6, I got the Toronto Raptors. At 5, I got the Knicks. At 4, I got the Rockets. At 3, I got the Nuggets. 2, I got the Spurs. And at 1, I got my Detroit Pistons.
Wow. The Thunder at number 10.
Bro, losing to the Pacers and the Raptors. First off, losing to the Pacers is kind of crazy. They damn near, besides the Nets, they damn near the weakest team in the East. And you lost to them. I couldn't. They 12 and 36, dog. And then you lose to the Raptors.
The Raptors are a good team.
But yeah, they lost 2 out of their 3 games this week. So I wasn't leaving them on my top 10, but they couldn't stay in the top 5 either.
So they lost. So they're at 10 because they lost 2 out of the 3.
Yep, and all they beat was the Pelicans, and that was a close game. If they would have blew the Pelicans out, maybe they would have been a little bit higher, but they didn't even blow them out.
Okay, I get it. Understandable. Yeah, I know you had the Rockets hot. I think you had the Rockets pretty high. I didn't have them in there because it's like you lost yesterday to the Spurs. We'll talk about that in the takeaway, so I'll just leave that there. You lost to the 76ers in overtime. You did beat the Pistons. I give you that. And then you just beat the Grizzlies. It's like 2-2, but technically I don't really count the Grizzlies like they're not a good team. That's why they're not in there. That's why I even put the Hornets. I gave the Hornets love. Like, I felt like the Hornets, I'll be looking at the Hornets, man. I'll be like, man, I don't want that bet Charles talking about to go to be close because the Bulls be selling. And They only 3 games behind them. What you say, the Hornets get more wins than the Bulls. They only 3 games behind them, and the Bulls keep losing. Somehow you lose to the Pacers yesterday. I don't know how that happens, but the Hornets,
the Bulls, man.
Nah, they was decent. Shit, they beat the Celtics. We'll talk about that. But I get the Hornets. I was like, the Hornets, they beat the Magic, blew them out. Actually, they blew them out.
I think they beat them by what, like 30?
Close. 27. It's damn near 30. Damn near 30. You beat them by 30. You damn near beat them by 30. You beat the Wizards, whatever. Now the Sixers, you basically 40-piece the Sixers. Now I get it, Joel not there, but that ain't
don't matter.
That ain't the point. And Paul George, that don't matter. You still can't lose by basically 40. I'm sorry. Like Tyrese Maxey had probably his worst game of the year. He only gave you 6 points. And I'm like, man, to get 30, did they ever get 40-piece like that? Unacceptable. You beat the Grizzlies, blow them out. Hey, Loki, they kind of been blowing out these people in this week though. So, hey, give the Hornets. I give Hornets love. Hornets are hooping. I saw a stat that said, because what's his name, Diabate, he had like a crazy game yesterday. They said they're 10-1 when he
starts.
Yes, when he starts. When it's that lineup, when it's LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Khan, and Miles Bridges, they're 10-1 when that lineup is in. So, hey,
I've been saying this from the beginning of the season. He should have been starting. I don't know why the hell they started that rookie. Like, don't get me wrong, he decent, but he not better than Diabate. Not right now, at least.
Well, maybe because he's the size. At that time, early in the year, the size. Bro, he's like, what, 7 foot? But he moves slow. His lateral quickness.
That's what I'm saying. That shit don't matter. Diabate is like, what? I don't know how tall he is. I think he's like 6'10".
I don't think he's really that tall. He can't be.
He's Diabate. Well, 6'9", 102.
Well, let's say 6'10".
Yeah, he's 6'10". Yeah, he's 6'10", 210, Jay. So, but he's athletic. And he wants to rebound. He's a great rebounder. So it's like, and he's active. I don't know why Charles Lee didn't start him from the get-go.
And he's not out there trying to score either. I think he's that glue guy. Rebound, play defense, score when I need to. Rim run. Like, that's what they need. Hey, I gotta give love to the Hornets. Who would have thought the Hornets would be on here? That is one of your ride or die teams. I give you that. But they are 20-28. They actually might sneak up and then might probably get a play in. I don't know.
They are.
Who knows?
They're gonna make the play in, dog. They're gonna make it. Especially with the Bulls.
If they trade Miles Bridges, they won't.
They bet not.
He in them trade rumors. So if they trade Miles Bridges, they not gonna make no play without him. He been hooping. Miles Bridges been hooping. And low-key, LaMelo been healthy. LaMelo been kind of healthy the past 3 weeks. He been healthy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say probably the last month.
Yeah, so I give them credit. I had the Hawks on here at 9. They won 4 straight. Got to give love to the Hawks. They've been playing some good basketball. Antetokounmpo damn near got his whole teeth just out.
Yeah, he called Jaylen Brown elbow.
I didn't know it was that bad, low key.
Yeah,
I thought.
When I seen the picture.
Bro, it looked like I actually don't look like I think it is. It's like literally like half his front teeth are gone. Literally.
Yeah, he gotta go get some veneers now.
I wouldn't want veneers though.
He gonna do something.
No, man, just get it, man. He'll be all right. He go to the dentist today. He'll be all right. But the Hawks, you beat the Suns. Devin Booker did get injured late in that game. Is that the game Jalen Green got hurt? Or was that the game?
He re-injured his hamstring.
Was that the game?
No,
that was the game before.
Re-injured his hamstring too.
No, that is the game. My bad. I was thinking it started. He's on the bench. Man, Jalen Green will give you 4 minutes.
Aaron Gordon re-injured his hamstring. Scoot not even back from his hamstring. Them hamstring injuries ain't no joke.
That's crazy. I thought low-key, I think we thought Scoot would be low-key back right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't been here. Literally, I don't know what's going on. And it's like I haven't even seen an update of him. I haven't seen day to day, a couple of weeks he's still out. I haven't heard
he's been doing on the court work, but
No
He still ain't
contact.
been cleared. Nah, no. I don't think he's doing any contact yet.
Okay. Yeah, but Hawks, beat the Suns, blew out the Pacers. Celtics was a very good W on the road. So I'm like, hey, give the Hawks their love. And I gave love to the Cavs. We talk about the Cavs a lot, like not being that good. They look somewhat back. Not gonna lie, they look somewhat
Nah,
back.
I ain't buying it.
I mean, you never bought in, so I
I'm still
understand
not
you.
buying it.
I understand you. But I mean, from what they were like a couple of weeks ago to now, they do look pretty decent. Like they do. Like I mean, the Kings is whatever. You beat the Magic twice, and then you 30-piece the Lakers. Whatever how you think of the Lakers, it is what it is. They did 30-piece them, and then they beat the Magic in back-to-back games.
I think it's that Jalen Tyson and Tomlin. I can't pronounce bro first name, but Tomlin, I like him. Like he's a, you always need one of those guys that's high energy, that's willing to do anything, play defense, dive on balls, pause. Um, but yeah, I think those two right there, with their recent play and how good that they've been playing, that's the reason why the Cavs look so good right now. But are they gonna keep that up? That's the question.
And then Mobley not out, is out for
Yeah,
like
for
3
2 weeks.
weeks. I said, when did he hurt his calf again? When the hell did that happen?
I don't know. I
It's
ain't see it.
hamstring and calf injuries. It's the same two injuries. It's the same two, but give the Cavs some love. Raptors, they beat the Thunder on the road. They beat the Thunder.
It's a really good win.
I should have never taken the Raptors off my ride or die, bro. I should have never did it,
You
bro.
shouldn't
I was there. I was freaking there from the beginning. I was there. And I took them off for the freaking Hawks, who are still mid as hell. I should have stayed with the Raptors, bro. I should have stayed. Now, the Raptors go far in the playoffs. I'm going to tell people. I called it. I was there. I was there from the beginning. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
As of right now, they have played the Cavs. I think they could beat the Cavs in the 7-game series.
If they lose,
if the playoffs will start
if
today.
they beat the Cavs and the Cavs lose again, it's time. It's time. That would be a really good series, though. That'd be a good series.
Yeah, it would. I think that series would depend on RJ. If RJ play well, then they could win.
They might trade RJ low key, so he in the trade rumor still for Sabonis. We'll talk about that later, but they might trade him. Did you have the Timberwolves on here?
Nah, I didn't have the Timberwolves on there.
Damn, man. One of these spots I was like, man, someone got to be on here. Someone got to be like 6 or 7. I just put the Timberwolves like low key. I just put them on there. I'm like,
they 2-2. If you ain't have the Rockets in there because they was 2-2, you can't have the T-Wolves in there either.
But I think it's because of
and they lost to the Bulls.
Was that the game before then? Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, they did lose. They were on a little losing streak at that point too. They was on a losing streak. I had to put someone in there. I didn't know who. I had to put someone. Where would you have the Spurs? Where'd you have them at?
I had the Spurs at 3.
Ooh, I had them at 6. Think they've been playing better than like the Knicks and the
Cavs? I mean, the Knicks, they recently got it together. With beating the Sixers and then the Raptors.
Good win. 2 good wins.
Yeah, 2. They were very 2 good wins. But I just liked how, even though they lost to the Pelicans, the Spurs, I like the way the Spurs been playing all week. I think with the Knicks, yeah, they got those 2 wins in, but it wasn't convincing. I know that they came back. They came back against Philly. So that was a really good win. But they lost to the Hornets.
Wait, who lost
I'm
to
not,
them?
I'm tweaking. I'm looking at the I'm looking at Philly. I'm not even looking at the
Okay.
I'm not even
Who?
looking at the Knicks.
Oh,
Looking at
I
Philly.
got you. They won 4 games in a row. They won 4.
What are the Knicks? I don't know. I like how the Spurs been playing though. Besides that Pelicans loss, um, I like how they've been playing. Yeah, the Knicks blew out the Raptors. That was a good win. They blew out the Kings. They should have did that. They came back against Philly. That was a good dub. Uh, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can go either way with it, but I just like the Spurs. I'm biased on the
Bias.
Spurs.
I was about to say you're biased. Understandable. That's understandable. Yeah, I had to reward the Knicks. I said they were struggling, but beating the Sixers, Sixers are a good team. You come back against them, and especially when Joel Embiid had like a really good game. Uh, then you beat the Raptors. The Raptors are a really good team, and you beat them. So it's like, I got to reward you for like 2 good wins, and you're on a 4-game winning streak. It was, at least for me, it was like pick between them or the Cavs. So I was like, it don't really matter. But where did you have the Clippers?
I didn't have the Clippers on here at all.
Damn, Clippers. I mean, well, you blow out the Jazz, blow out the Nets, blow
Ain't
out
really
the.
played nobody.
I mean, 3 games in a row. They got 3 games in a row. I mean, you supposed to play. I mean, not you, but I'm just saying, like, hey, play who's in front of you. You gotta blow them out. Blow out the teams. The Jazz something else, bro. I'm tired. Every time I look up, they get blown out. They don't get 20 piece. They get 40. And it is disgusting how every time I look up, they get blown out.
Think they gonna fire Will Hardy? I don't think they are, but
no, because I don't think it's his fault. I think it's just a lack of talent around him. I think it's more like ownership because like Lauri Markkanen has missed a lot of games. Walker Kessler, who was probably like top 4 of your best players, has literally only played 5 games for you because he's out for the season. It's like,
and he's a really good big. He's a good rebounder. He's a good shot blocker. That's a big part of y'all defense right there.
Now the emergence of Keontae George has definitely helped, but it's like really after that, that's it. Ace Bailey, I don't think he's played bad. I just think he's showed flashes. He has been inconsistent, but it's just we haven't seen consistency from him. But I don't, he's a rookie. It is what it is. So it's gonna happen. So it's like I don't think it's his fault. I think they're just a bad team. They're just like there, but I don't think they should be getting like damn near 40 piece every time I look up. Like you get damn near 20 piece by the Warriors. You lose by 8 against the Clippers. I give you that. Damn near get 30 piece by the Heat. Damn near get dubbed by the Spurs. You fall against the Timberwolves, give you that. Basically get dubbed by the Spurs again. Get dubbed by the Mavericks. Get dubbed by the Mavericks again. It's like, goddamn, like, where's the fight? Like, where is the fight? So I don't think it's his fault. I just think the team's just bad. I think the team's just bad. And I mean, I hope they get it together. I think the Jazz are like, I think they deserve better. But it's like, do you trade Lauri Markkanen or something? I don't know. But
yeah, he should have been gone.
If you don't got nothing else to talk about with these power rankings, man, let's move on to our players of the weeks in the East and West. Let's start with the East, per usual. I got 2 guys, but I got to give it to one guy. The other guy, I think he deserves something too. I think he deserves some love too. I got Joel Embiid. I got Joel Embiid. 33, 11, and 6, 53 from the field, 41 from 3. Joel Embiid been hooping. Like, I damn near might say he back. I ain't gonna lie. I know he wrestling on back to back. I damn near might say he back, bro. Like, I'm damn near might say that. He has been on a mission, bro. He has been killing anybody that's in front of him. He's still doing mid-range jump shot. If y'all want to say he's still foul baiting, that's fine with me. But he looks like There have been times he looks like the old Joel Embiid, still playing better on. He's playing way better on defense. Offense is playing good, and he's playing minutes. That game against the Rockets, he played 46 minutes. I would have never thought Joel Embiid would eclipse 40 minutes this year. I would have never thought, and he played. So I'm like, bro, Joel Embiid been playing great. He's my Eastern Conference Player of the Week, bro. He's my Eastern Conference.
Well, the guys I got from my honorable mentions was definitely I had to put Joel Embiid in there. Paulo is definitely in there. This week, Paulo averaging 29, 8 and 4, shooting 52 from the field, 44 from three. And then I had to show some love to Bam. Bam has been playing good this week. 26-10, with 2 assists, 2 steals in the block, shooting 44 from the field, but shooting 29 from three. But I felt like Bam play of recently has been really good. But my player of the week, Donovan Mitchell. This week, Donovan Mitchell has averaged 38, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, shooting 51 from the field, and 43 from the three. And I feel like, we all know the Cavs are going to go as far as Donovan Mitchell could take them, but he's really been on the heater since in this last week, so I had to show him some love. I wanted to give it to Joel Embiid too, though, because like you said, Joel been playing. He's been playing more minutes. I wouldn't say he's back, but he's definitely showing flashes of the old Joel Embiid. The man caught a oop. I don't remember the last time I seen Joel catch a oop. But yeah, I really feel like it was between those two, Donovan and Joel, but I gave it to Donovan.
Yeah, that was who my second guy was, Donovan Mitchell. I felt like Donovan Mitchell been playing out of his mind, and that's why the Cavs they look better of recently because of Donovan Mitchell's play. So I'm like, he definitely deserves it because I was like, okay, Joe. At first, I was like, man, it's not nobody close in the East, Joel Embiid. And I'm like, it got to be somebody else. And I saw that there was Donovan Mitchell, but I mean, like Donovan Mitchell been killing all year, but it's just the fact that I'm surprised by what Joel Embiid has done. But Donovan Mitchell definitely is like close, like he's right there too. Like honestly, I feel like I mean we'll never do it, but I will just be like, I wouldn't mind if it was like co-players of the East, like this week. I wouldn't mind it because I felt like both of them have been playing so great that it's hard to pick between the two. It's very hard. So. But Donovan Mitchell deserves all the love. But like I said, I got to give it to Joel. I had to give it to Joel. He back, man, 29, 38, 32, 30, 33. Man, come on, man. That man out here hooping. He looked like the best big man in the game. I ain't gonna cap.
Hey, that's because Jokic ain't playing.
Who fault that is? That ain't my fault. I think Jokic is. I think I saw he has like one more game to miss. Then he can't be like no all NBAs.
Two.
I think that's it, bro. I think he.
Yeah, he missing those, bro. He's missing because they said he was out for another week.
Oh, NBA could be crazy. Man, when we get to that point, when it gets the first team, when we get to that second, third team, it's gonna get kind of nasty. I don't know who. That's a couple of months down the line, but hey, it is what it is. The Western Conference Player of the Week. I got 3 guys. I'll say the first guy is Zion. Zion been playing good. I give some love to Zion. Zion been very happy. I mean, been very healthy. He's been hooping. But I'm gonna give it to Luka Doncic. I'm gonna give it to Luka. I think Luka been out here playing great. 35, 9, 7, 52 from the field, 39 from 3. He's been, top 3 player in the NBA as per usual. I just think Luka has just been out here playing good, playing consistent. As I know he be shooting a lot of threes and all that, but people be on his case about that. But Luka's been great. Luka looks really good, and he almost got injured yesterday because when the hell did the Cavs freaking state court be level? When the hell did that happen? I don't know when that started to happen, but they almost took my man's out the game, literally. So I got to give it to Luka. Luka is my Western Conference Player of the Week.
My honorable mentions for the West, I got Kevin Durant. This week, KD's been averaging 33, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, shooting 54 from the field, 50 from 3. And then Steph. Steph Steph was averaging 32, 3 and 4 with 2 steals. 46 from the field, 44 from 3. But like you, I had Luca as my player of the week.
Luka been hoping, man. I had definitely had KD on here. KD been hoping. KD, KD been out here playing out his mind. The Rockets
It's
still.
crazy.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
No,
No,
go ahead. No, it's nothing. I was just saying Kevin Durant just been out here hooping. He's just been out. He's just been playing really good. And I was just saying like they kind of been like inconsistent, but he been consistent. Like he's been playing great.
I was gonna say it's crazy how the Lakers they keep dropping, man. They keep dropping. I hope they don't fall out of this 6 seed. I hope they can get because they was the 3rd seed at one point, and
They're
now they
five right
fifth.
now. Yeah, they
Yeah, they
fifth.
fifth.
This is what I told you, bro. I'm telling you. Like I don't know why it happens with him. But when like the other dudes just be playing like good, but their records are just better, it's hard to give it to Luke. It's really hard. Like,
I mean, granted, Austin Reeves has been out, so some of them games that they lost, they probably would have won.
I'm not saying you, but I mean, people say we still got LeBron James. They're gonna say they still got LeBron, and LeBron been playing good. So it's like, what is like that shouldn't be the case. Like, I think they're right kind of where they are. Like, I think they are a top 16 in the West, but I think being 28-18 or just like where the Rockets are, they're 28-17. I think they're right where they are. A lot of people thought where they would be at least a top 16. But the only way Luka can win, gotta get top 3. He got to. If he can get in top 3. Back. Yeah, they're only what are they? They are top 3. They're only 9.5. They're 3.5 games out. Yeah, you can catch them. You catch them, but that is the way for him to win the MVP finally. He has to be top 3. If he's 5th, if they stay 5th all year, he's not gonna win. It's not gonna happen. It just won't. Then especially with Jokic out, that definitely, take him out. So that gives you a better clear lane. But for SGA, he right there. So, but Luka been hooping, and let's move on to our NBA takeaways of the week. Let me read these. Francisco said a lot. I'm not gonna read that first one. That was crazy. And the Bulls, 2025 Bulls over 9. Come on.
Hey, Francisco, who's your plug, man? I need your plug number.
Hey, man, last week I said the Hornets with a consistent point guard, consistent LaMelo, they could be a 40-win team next year. Man, they are going to win like 35 already this year because they're 35. Ooh, they can't.
Because right now their record is
20 and 28.
28. Yeah.
Bro said 6-7. Man, I have been watching the Jazz beat most of the contenders all season. Laurie Keontae in the all-star level, and somehow they only have 15 wins. Yeah, but look at that. Look at the rest of the team, though. The team sucks. Like, hey, the Spurs kind of closing the gap with the Thunder. Can Wemby snatch the MVP from Shea?
I don't think so. His numbers. I mean, Wemby's been playing good, but if Wemby was averaging like 30. Then probably, and then I think he only can miss because he's played
how many games? 33
he's played
games.
33. Yeah, he's played 33. And how many games have they played in total? They played 47. So what's that? He can only miss like a few more games.
It's 15, right? How many games can they miss?
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, he can literally only miss 3 more games for the rest of the year. That literally,
and he gonna miss 3 more games. He's gonna miss 3 more games.
Man, we gonna have 2 years in a row with no Wemby.
He might not even get Defensive Player of the Year. Like that's crazy.
He's gonna get one eventually. He's gonna get one.
He just gotta stay healthy.
That's why it's like, bro, it's his to lose. Literally, it's like his to lose. Like if he, we know, as long as he's healthy, he's gonna win. But it's like he hasn't been healthy. And low key, some of his stuff is just kind of freak injury. Like, I think it was like maybe like a week or two ago. I think he hurt his knee, and I was like, bro, there's no way he got
Bro, he
injured.
falls every game. If there was if there was something to bet on FanDuel Prize Picks of Wemby falling each game, I would take the over every time. That man falls every single game.
FanDuel Prize Pick sponsor us, please. Yeah, I'm like, bro, why do you? But y'all talk about Joel Embiid always falling though. But
No, he does too.
No, people be on Joel Embiid in case when he falls to the ground. They be on.
That's because that man act like he hurt every single time he fall.
How do we not know he's not hurt?
They say Anthony Davis is made out of glass. Joel Embiid is made out of glass.
AD's worse than him. AD's worse than him. I think Joel Embiid, if you go back the last like 6 years, I think Joel Embiid has actually been more healthier than him. Like, what? I really think Joel Embiid has been more healthier than AD. Man, we gotta stop this, Joel. Like, not you. We gotta stop this. Let me see if I can find something. Hold on real quick.
Bro, Joel Embiid. How many games has he played? I don't know. I think Joel been injured more.
Let me see. Who has played more? Let me see. Before we get to our takeaways. Okay, so AD has obviously played more career games, but it says in a 7-season span, he has played what's this? 7 more. AD has played 400 games in a 7-season span. Joel Embiid has played 394. Now, mind you, Joel Embiid has damn near missed a year, and he's still damn near almost better than AD. What that say? What that tell you? Man.
Both them niggas injury prone.
Oh, yeah, they're both injury prone. They're both injury prone. But let's move on to our NBA takeaways of the week. Let's get it started. Obviously, Shams dropped the ball, yesterday. He said 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo is ready for a new home at the February 5th NBA trade deadline or in the offseason as several rival teams make aggressive offers to the Milwaukee Bucks for him. And the franchise is starting to listen. League sources tell ESPN. So we finally see it. I think it's the Milwaukee Bucks have finally realized it's finally time to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo. What are your thoughts on this news, and like what team or teams do you like to see him go to?
Well, it's about time Giannis came out and told them, he wants to be traded. He should have been did that. But I'm glad that he came out and did it because the Bucks ain't going nowhere. They're not gonna be nowhere. Even if he did stay, they're not gonna go anywhere for a long time. But I've been saying it since the get-go. I want him to go to the Spurs. I want him and Wemby together. I think him and Wemby with Fox, Devin Vassell, Harper. I think Castle has to go. But I think with that core right there, that's a championship team right there. And then they still got guys off the bench, even if you do trade Keldon, Castle, and some other pieces, Harrison Barnes, some other pieces. They still got good guys on the bench. So yeah, I want to see him go to the Spurs. That's where I want to see him go to.
Why do you think Harper is just he could be better than Castle? Is that why you keep saying keep Harper and trade Castle? Like, why do you keep wanting to trade Castle?
I keep wanting to trade Castle because Castle has the higher trade value. I feel like I'm not gonna say. Well, I don't know. I feel like Harper can be better than Castle, but as of right now, I think Castle has the higher trade value, and I feel like that's what they would want versus Harper. I mean, like pick your poison. You can either trade Harper or you could trade Castle. But I know that the Spurs they love both, but I know they love Harper, and so it's like since Stephon Castle has to try higher trade value, he has to go.
Okay, I can get that. Cause man, there's so many things that pop up about this Giannis stuff is crazy. So I'll read up a couple of things. It said the Rockets and Spurs are not expected to enter the trade deadline bidding for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't mind that because I feel like the Rockets want to just keep the young core. That's fine. And I think the Spurs feel like they don't need him. I think the Spurs just don't need him. I think they're in like that OKC, like we could do it, but do we really need Giannis? Like we're already damn near great. I'm thinking of the Thunder. Like we're already damn near great. Why do we need to trade for him? Why do we have to give up all these drafts? I'm just thinking from like Sam Presti, what he might be thinking. Why do we have to trade, say, a Chet Holmgren, a Jalen Williams, or another player that like 4 first-round picks? Why do we need to do that? I don't think we need to.
No.
I feel like we can run it back again this year and potentially win. And then from the Spurs, I think they just look at their team like, man, we already damn near good. Why do we need to trade for Giannis? Like, I'm just thinking from
That to put them over the top though.
And
then trading for Giannis, they can be championship contenders for the next 3, 4, however many years. Giannis stays there. So I feel like with the Spurs, they could be like how they did with Tim Duncan and David Robinson. They could have the Twin Towers down there. Imagine what they defense will look like. And then on top of that, you got 2 guys that cannot be stopped offensively. You can't stop one because of how tall he is, and you can't stop Giannis because of how physical and aggressive he is. So, and then Wemby likes to play on the perimeter anyways, so they can coexist. So I think it'll be, and then that high-low action they can have. The pick and rolls those two can have. I don't know. I think it'd be deadly if those two were to team up together.
So another thing, it says that hold on. Well, it said that the teams that are really interested is the Knicks, the Heat, the Warriors, and surprisingly, the Timberwolves have popped up in the equation. So out of those 4 teams, I know you like the Spurs, and that's fine. I'm cool. Out of those 4 teams, what's your favorite landing spot for him, and just what do you think is the best landing spot for him out of those 4 teams?
Those are a lot of good. To be honest, those are a lot of good landing spots. Well, I could tell you right now, the Heat are last. I like him with Ant. I think him with Ant, and then because they're probably gonna trade Julius Randle, and they're gonna keep Gobert. So I like him with Ant. The only thing I feel like they missing is a PG that can coexist with them. So I'll probably go Heat last, then Timberwolves, and then you said the Warriors and who else?
The Knicks.
And the Knicks. I feel like with the Knicks, they're gonna have to give up a lot. Cause Cat gonna be in there, obviously. But I feel like they're gonna either have to give up OG or Mikal too.
Oh, you're definitely gonna have to give up one of those 2. Cat's gonna be in the trade regardless.
Yeah, regardless.
You're gonna have to give up either OG or Mikal. Pick your poison. It's just what they prefer.
Damn, nigga, I don't want to give up OG because I feel like OG is better defensively, but Mikal's better offensively. That's a tough one. But I go Heat, Timberwolves, Knicks, and then Warriors. I think the best fit would be the Warriors. Him and Steph. I think Steph, and Draymond. I think that'd be so deadly. Because how you gonna stop? First off, them screens, he gonna step for Curry. And then if you play too hard up on Curry, he's just gonna dump it down to Giannis. The only thing is the rest of their team is butt. So it's like a how potent or how far can they get? Because even though you still got those 2, you still need a team. And they bench players are not that good. I mean, yeah, you got Melton, and probably AirPods, but that ain't it. That ain't it at all. But I like him on the Warriors. Out of those 4, I like him on the Warriors best.
I low-key fake like him on the Timberwolves. I fake like it. Because I feel like the Timberwolves have gone to the Western Conference Finals twice and have lost to Mavericks and the Thunder. I'm not saying they're going to win again. I ain't saying that. But I just feel like at some point, this is what the thing about Daniel is. Shout out to him. that nigga's scary. That's just facts. He's scary. At some point, you gotta just go for it. Like, yes, it could not work. It could not work. But how do you know that if you're never gonna make the trade? How do you not know that? Like, if you want to be mid for the rest of your life, that's fine. But at some point, you gotta make that splash trade that could potentially take us over the top. If we win, hey, we a genius. If we lose, it is what it sucks, but I can at least say I went for it. That's why I don't blame like when the Bucks traded for Dame. They went for it. It just didn't work. But I don't blame them for going for trading for Dame. And I feel like if the Timberwolves make that trade, it could potentially might get them over the top, bro. You already got Ant that can't stop, that no one can really stop. Now you added Giannis, and then he has Rudy Gobert next to him.
Yeah, those two twin towers, that'll be nasty too.
Like, come on. Like, bro, I low-key want him to go to the Timberwolves. And deep down, I think he might go there. I'm not gonna lie. I give it like
Jaden don't have to go, bro.
No, he not. No, he won't. I came up with some trades, brother. I'm gonna ask you too. I'm gonna ask you these trades. See if you like.
That ain't enough shooting though, like around them two. Because Gobert is not a shooter.
Of course not.
That means during closing times, Nas Reed's gonna have to be in. And Nas Reed isn't. He can shoot the three ball, but he not no knockdown shooter. They need knockdown shooters around them, and they don't really have that on that team.
I'll read you some of these trades that I came up with. I'll say this. I think with the Warriors, I think they can't do it like just them two. I think it's probably going to be like a 3-team trade. I think that's what's going to happen with them. So I just couldn't. I couldn't make a trade for them that literally work. So for the Timberwolves, you can agree, disagree. It don't matter to me. The Timberwolves get Giannis, Thanasis. We know Thanasis is going to be in the trade regardless. It's just like with LeBron and Bronny. Thanasis is going to be in the trade. So we got to add him in there too. Timberwolves get Giannis and Thanasis. The Bucks get Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, Mike Conley, Joe and Breger, a 2026 first round pick. Spurs hold the rights to swap, and a 2028 first round pick, and you could probably add another pick in there. Did the only before you go? I tried to not add Dante, but you gotta make the money work. It's either that or you give up McDaniels. And I don't think they're doing that. So
I think they'll give up Dante before they give up McDaniels. I want to. I feel like they need to keep him though. Like that's a key piece. If you get Giannis, I feel like Dante DiVincenzo is a key piece because he can play the point. He's a knockdown shooter and he can play D. So them Villanova boys, they make good pros. But yeah, I want to keep Dante so bad. What's the other ones?
So that's the one with the Timberwolves. The Heat. Giannis and his Nets go to the Heat. The Bucks get Tyler Hero. They get Terry Rozier's contracts if the NBA lets them use that. Obviously, with his stuff going on.
Yeah.
If they let him use that. Khalil Ware, a 2026 first rounder, a 2027 second rounder, the rights to swap, and a 2028 first round pick.
I want to keep Khalil.
I do it.
I want to keep Khalil.
Spo don't play him anyway. Spo don't even play him. He don't, and you know that. He don't even play him. Look, I
still want to keep Khalil.
We got Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell. We still keep Andrew Wiggins. Giannis and Bam, I'm looking like, okay, we working with something here. We're working with something. Our team defensively is low-key great. We have a great defensive team right there.
Yeah.
We literally have 4 really good defenders, Davion, Wiggins, and then you get in the back and next to the rim with Bam, who's already defensive player of the year caliber, with Giannis, who has been a defensive player of the year. Because look, like I'm gonna be honest, I think Tyler Hero is better than Norman Powell, but it's like we have Norman Powell, so it's like it's not like if we didn't have Norman Powell, where are we getting the offense from? We have Norman Powell still, and Khalil Ware. Spo don't even play him because apparently he doesn't have the motor. So
I
it's
don't
like,
think that's true.
why you think
I don't think
I'm
that's
just, I'm
true.
really asking.
No, I'm
Why,
saying no. I'm saying like I don't think it's his motor. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's his motor.
So now if they can't give Terry Rozier contracts, then you got to add Andrew Wiggins. So same trade, but just switch Wiggins and Terry Rozier contract. Same.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you do it. I would do it. Now this Knicks one. So I think this Knicks trade works, but I didn't know that Mikal Bridges, he can't get traded for 6 months. So the only way he could get traded is on February 1st. Didn't know that. But I think this trade does work. So the Knicks get Giannis, Thanasis, and Kyle Kuzma. And the Bucks get Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, and Yabusele, and then whatever draft picks you want to name. That's what they get.
Well, the trade deadline is on the 5th, so
I know. That's why I was like, it just wouldn't let me do it because you had to wait till the 1st. But
I feel like
Giannis,
say the trade again.
The Knicks get Giannis Antetokounmpo, Thanasis, and Kuzma, and the Bucks get Cat, Mikal Bridges, and Yabusele, and then whatever first round picks they want to give up.
Matter of fact, switch. If we could switch Mikal for OG, I'll do that.
I thought you want to keep OG.
Nah, I'd rather keep Mikal because Mikal's a better shooter. OG's a better defender, but Mikal ain't no slouch on D either. But he's the better shooter. So if you have Brunson, Mikal, Kuzma, Giannis, and then whoever your 5th is, I feel like that'd be better because now you got at least two. You got at least 2 shooters next to Jalen Brunson and Giannis. So,
see, okay,
you think they'll start Mitch?
You said what?
I said you think they'll start Mitch? Mitchell Robinson.
Yes. I feel like you got to. I feel like Giannis needs that rim protector next to him. He needs that front line guy. He's always had like this front line guy next to him. Brooke Lopez, now with Miles Turner, then you put Mitchell next to him. He's
but
just
the difference is they can shoot.
It.
That's the difference. They can shoot though.
That is
so it
true.
gave him space to operate down low. With Mitch, it may get a little congested down there.
Now if Giannis is cool, potentially playing the 5, hey, I don't know. He might be cool with it. I have no clue. And it probably might be time for him to play 5. If
who
we
would you
do
start?
That trade, it would probably be Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Kuzma.
Yeah, I forgot Josh Hart still.
Mikal, and then Giannis.
Yeah. Okay.
But did you see that they trying to potentially get Drew Holiday because they said Giannis still potentially wants to play with Drew Holiday, so they might try to trade. I saw something that said that Mikal Bridges will go to Portland. You know, however you figure that trade out. He goes to Portland, get Drew Holiday, and then, Cat, whatever, and bring Giannis. Don't know the full details, but just them. So you could potentially have Jalen Brunson, Drew Holiday, OG, Giannis, and then Mitchell Robinson, I guess.
Or Josh Hart.
I fake like that. No, I think Drew Holiday starts.
I don't know. Because Jalen Brunson is good because he has the ball. I mean, he's good without the ball too, but what makes him great is when he has the ball in his hands. And if you start Drew gonna be your designated point guard.
He don't need the ball though. I think Drew is good enough to potentially be like a spot-up shooter and play all ball. I feel like I don't think he's played that his life, but he can do it. I think like he is okay with doing it. I think he has no problem with Jalen. I mean, technically right now, he's not the designated ball handler. It's technically Denny right now.
Denny, yeah.
So I think he's okay with doing it. And it's like, was he really the designated ball handler? Even when Milwaukee, they had you potentially had 3 ball handlers with Giannis, with Chris Middleton, obviously him, but he wasn't. I wouldn't say he was the designated ball handler. He probably was the best ball handler, but just designated.
No, Drew brought the ball up a lot. He brought the ball up a lot now.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, was he just legit designated ball handler?
But then if you
I don't
do
think that's
that,
the case.
they lose size. I'm not saying Drew is small, but if you trade Mikhail, they'll lose size for Drew. However you work that out, they'll lose size, and they backcourt to be kind of small.
Isn't Drew Holiday like
Um,
6'4"?
I think like yeah, like 6'4", 6'5".
That's pretty big.
But Mikhail's taller.
That's true.
Mm,
But
and then now you're gonna ask then
Mikal
well
wasn't Mikal already playing the three? I mean, if you keep Josh Hart, yeah, you do lose a little size. I'm cool with that.
you lose
But we
size.
know what Josh Hart is. Like Josh Hart may be like small, but he plays like a damn near like a power forward, small forward.
Mm-mm. I don't know. It looked kind of ugly to
You
me.
gotta
In
get.
my head,
I mean,
picturing
hey,
it,
if you to get
in my
Giannis
head,
though,
picturing that looked kind of ugly. I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but it looked ugly. I would have to see. I would have. That's one of the things where we would have to see how it works out. But that looked kind of ugly to me.
let me
I
see.
don't really like it.
Let me see what else about Giannis. It says the Heat, Warriors, and Raptors are among the several franchises that have been pushing hard for the Giannis trade. Let me see what else we got. What else we got? So the Warriors are willing to offer a Jonathan Kuminga, Jimmy Butler headline package with draft picks for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bro, I tried to do that. That shit did not work. It just didn't work. And then Bleacher Report, I saw that they said that. So this is what Bleacher Report came up with. The Warriors get Giannis, Kuzma, Thanasis, and the Bucks get Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody at 28, 2030, 2032 first round pick, 26, 2031 first round pick swaps.
Damn. So what they gonna have come off their bench? Their starters gonna be Steph, Giannis, Kuzma, Draymond, and then what?
Buddy Hill.
AirPods.
Pods or Buddy Hill.
And then coming off your bench is either Pods or Buddy Hield and D'Anthony Melton,
Gary Payton, Quinn
Gary
Post,
Payton.
Al Horford.
That's ugly.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, if you wanna, we talk about we want to maximize Steph Curry's prime with the rest of his career. Gotta take that chance. You gotta take the chance if you want to get a Giannis out to the Kupo. Bro, they are look. Jimmy Butler is okay. He ain't gonna play damn near, and then he probably asked for a buyout anyway. He know the Bucks ain't gonna be good next year. Ask for a buyout next year. That's fine. Kaminga gets the hoop over there. Moses Mooney get the hoop, but you get Giannis, and then Kuzma is pretty decent. So, hey,
Man, I don't want to hear that. All that Kuzma slander you had
I
last
mean, he
year.
was.
I don't want
He
to.
was ass
I
last
don't
year.
want to hear
He
that.
was. Was he not ass? Like, was he? Was he? Like, I mean, for real, was he not garbage last year? He was. He was trash. Are we gonna
But yeah,
forget how he put up 0 0 0s? Like, we gonna forget that? Like, come on.
but yeah,
Kuzma
I would
sucked.
rather out of all them teams, I would rather see him go to the Warriors though. I would rather see him go to the Warriors.
I kind of want to see him go to the Timberwolves, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I low key want to see that, and I think it damn near might happen, low key. I ain't gonna lie. All right, what you got? What's the takeaway you got?
Well, the first takeaway I want to talk about is Derrick Rose retirement.
Put that on here.
I sat I sat there and watched the whole retirement. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I cried multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
When Taj Gibson was talking about him, I cried. When Tibbs talked about him, I cried. And then when he did his whole little spiel, and he told, I ain't cried at this part, but I cried during his speech. But when he told Tibbs that you study physics, but I showed you physics, that hit home for me. And then just seeing him talk about his mom and how influential his mom was, and how he wasn't even supposed to be here because his mom thought about aborting him and stuff like that. Like all that hit home for me. Even right now, I feel myself, getting teary eyed because Derrick Rose, he means a lot to Chicago. Not only because he grew up here, but we feel his pain, we feel his struggle. And D Rose is one of the reasons why I fell in love with basketball. Like before D Rose got in the league, like I watched basketball, but once I seen him, he made me fall in love with it. I remember going out to the park over here by my crib and trying to do the stuff that he did, as far as like acrobatic layups and shit like that. The floaters, like just trying to model my game after him. Like D Rose was so influential to the city, and I'm glad that that he got recognized for his greatness because I feel like if he never would have got injured, he probably could have got this city a chip. Because he was the closest thing to taking the Heat down in the East. Um, but yeah, I had to give D Rose his flowers because that man is a great. That man is a great. And did you see what he said about the Hall of Fame stuff?
I did not see that.
He said that they asked him, do they think he's a Hall of Famer? And he said, in order to be a Hall of Famer, what a Famer is to him is one of those top 75 guys, but also if you can take somebody and drop them in any era and they dominate, either play the same or they play better or dominate, could they do it? So dropping him in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, will he still dominate? And he said that he think that he would, if not play better. Um, and so he think just through that alone, that makes him a Hall of Famer. And I agree. I think if D Rose played in any one of those eras, he'd be just as dominant, or if not more dominant.
So I know you've been saying like the discourse, like who means more to Chicago, MJ or the Bull or D Rose. No, you've been saying that.
No, I
You know,
didn't see that.
people. Yeah, there's been a discourse since basically the retirement speech, not the retirement, but the jersey, or the jersey thing. They're basically saying like, does who means more to Chicago? Basically, D Rose or the Bull. I mean, D Rose or MJ. When it comes to that topic, I would say if you're in probably like your 30s and maybe 40s, D Rose means way more to Chicago than MJ. I feel like to us, first of all, we didn't even see MJ. We're not gonna act like we saw MJ. Like, please, we're not gonna do that. And we've only seen highlights. And even if you was like probably like at that time, maybe like three, if you was born like early 90s, maybe even in the maybe somewhat like 85 or something, like you really didn't know. So like you really can't say like, oh, I watched MJ. No, you didn't. You saw highlights like everybody else. Now to the older group, they probably would say MJ because he did put Chicago on the map. Won 6 championships, all the MVPs, yada yada.
Mm,
But D Rose, when it comes to Chicago, he means way more than MJ because he came. He's from there. He's from there. He came
Born and
up.
raised.
He's born, raised. He been in the hood. All that. And then I saw something that yesterday on Gil's Arena when Norris Cole was talking about he means more to like the South Side. And I was like, that's not true. He means that whole city loves him. That whole,
Yeah.
not just the South, the North, the West. If you're from Chicago,
I
that
mean,
whole
but
city loves him.
nah,
The
you
whole
right. But the
city.
South Side, we love
No,
him
I
more
no no
because
no
he
no
from
no
our
no. That's
side.
fine. No, I get that. But that whole city loves him. Like that whole city loves D Rose. But where he's come from, and then he was great for like for like a 4-year, 5-year stretch. He was really good, and he won an MVP, the youngest MVP ever. It still is. That's why it means so much to Chicago, and he's done so much. So when it comes to that argument, that discussion, Derrick Rose, to at least our age group, Derrick Rose means way more to Chicago than MJ.
Man, I feel like even with the old heads, I feel like I still feel like D Rose means more to Chicago than Michael Jordan because one, born and raised there, but two, the influence that he has on not only the entire city but the youth. We got to see somebody from our city, from our side of town, grew up how we grew up. We could relate to him, and then we see him make it. So that gives us hope. You know what I mean? So all those kids, who grew up and are growing up poor, um, they could see somebody that look like them and see them make it and see what hard work and dedication looks like. Like, yeah, you got MJ. MJ put us on the map, but for the most part, MJ was like they always say MJ's like the black cat. He's like a ghost. Like I mean, granted, I wasn't around that time, but how much did MJ really do for the community here in Chicago? You know what I mean? I feel like Derrick Rose has done more for the community in Chicago than he has. You know what I mean? So, and on top of that, this isn't MJ's hometown. This is just somewhere he played. So when Derrick, this is his home. So I say, even like I said, even with the old heads, I still feel like Derrick Rose means more to the city than Michael Jordan.
Now, when it comes to what he said about the Hall of Fame thing, if that definition of what he said if that's his definition, I agree. Because I feel like he damn near be the greatest player ever if he was in the 50s. Damn near the greatest player in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, damn near. Because no point guard was like that. If he goes
He
that
got
route,
people MJ in the 90s, in the 80s, and Larry and Magic. So that would have been kind of tough,
none
though.
of them niggas could guard him. None of them
No,
niggas
for
could guard
sure, for sure,
him.
no, for sure.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
he still would have had to compete with him, though.
And none of them niggas would guard him. He'd probably be averaging like 40 points low key. I'm not even gonna cap. Because who's guarding him? Who? Like who? What point guard is guarding him back then? Not one. So damn near he'd be like the greatest point guard ever. If that's his definition, I agree with you. I agree. Because if you drop in any era, I agree. But I'm still standing on my stance. I don't think he makes it because there is a time period when he was just pretty mid. There is a time period. And then even when he was mid, his accolades, he doesn't have a lot. Now, being the youngest MVP trumps basically being the youngest MVP, I think he has 2 or 3 All-Stars. I could be wrong. If having 3 All-Stars, I think he was an All-NBA one time. I think he was All-NBA one time or 2 times. But if basically having 3 All-Stars, youngest MVP, if that just trumps everything somebody else did, that was probably like let's just say a 9-time All-Star and a 6-time All-NBA. I don't know. I really don't know.
He got 3 All-Stars and 1 All-NBA.
3 All-Stars. Yeah, I thought so. I figured. I thought so. So it's like the accolades don't match. But if being the youngest MVP, if that holds so much weight, okay, then I'm cool with that. But you gotta have, like, to a degree, the accolades do gotta be a lot more than just 3 All-Stars and just 1 All-NBA. That's just me, though. That's just me.
I love Derrick Rose. In my opinion, that man's a Hall of Fame. Even with my bias and even without my bias, I still feel like bro is a Hall of Fame. I feel like that youngest MVP, that does hold a lot of weight. Like that holds a lot of weight. Like you said, he doesn't have that many accolades. But I feel like I said, that youngest MVP, that definitely holds a lot of weight because it's hard to win the MVP in this league.
So, okay, Paul George is the 9-time All-Star and the 6-time All-NBA, but he's definitely averaged way more than 20 points at least in, like, I think this is probably year like 15 for him. Does that trump Derrick Rose's career, even though he's the youngest MVP?
I mean, yeah, Paul George has had a better career than Derrick Rose for sure.
And that's why I think, like, it's hard. Okay, I'll say this.
I can't. I'll have to go and look at the Hall of Famers, but I'm pretty sure there's some Hall of Famers that you can take out and replace with Derrick Rose.
Ain't Grant Hill in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, Grant Hill's in the Hall of Fame. Grant Hill's Hall of Fame because I remember, I think we had like discussion. I think you brought up Grant Hill. Grant Hill, 7-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, All-NBA rookie team, rookie of the year, and 3-time sportsmanship. I don't know how much weight that holds. So, and we know Grant Hill he got injured a lot. I think it was the bad ankles, but because he was like, when he got hurt, because I'm looking now, first year, 19, 20, 21, 21, 21, 25. Then after that, he was basically mid, like the rest of his career. So it's like, what career is better?
Grant Hill has what, more All-Stars? He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he got about 4 more All-Stars. He has way more All-NBAs. 2, 3, 4, 5. He got 5 All-NBAs. So that's 4 more than Derrick Rose. I don't know. I feel like my
That's
man's
why.
is a Hall of
That's
Famer,
why.
bro.
That's why it's hard because even with Rose, he gave you basically a 4-year, a 3-year great stretch. Then after that, it was injuries, played a part. We can't forget that. But it's like he wasn't like great again. He was just good. He was decent, but he wasn't great no more. Like he gave you 20, then his MVP year, 25 points, 7 and 4. Then the next year, 21, 7 and 3. Then after that, he comes back. He was 15, whatever, decent, 17, decent, 16, decent, 18, decent. Then after that, he had a bad stretch. Then after that, 18, 18, 14. It's like he was just decent, but he never had another great stretch. I felt like if he never got hurt and he was giving us at least 320, I feel like all he had to do was give us 3 more 20-point per game seasons. I think he's definitely in. Now, is he first ballot? I don't think so. I don't think he's first
he's
ballot.
not first ballot. No, he's not first ballot.
But I feel like there is a better chance of him getting in there. It's really hard for him, but I feel like the city of Chicago
we would never see another MVP at the age of 22 years old. We would never see that again. Never.
That's hard.
That's why I feel like that holds so much weight, bro. We would never see that again. Never.
T-Mac, 7-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, 7-time All-NBA, most improved.
His accolades are better.
And then he gave us a way better stretch of take out the first 3 years, 7, 9, and 15, but then he gave us 26, 25, 32, 28, 25, 24, 20. If Rose did that, he's in. He's definitely in. But he never gave us that. He was just decent. So it's hard. It's very hard it's hard, but that MVP will be the reason why he gets in. But I'll say it again. Derrick Rose made way more Chicago than MJ. Just shoot. He just does, bro. Like, we know what MJ is. We know what he is, but when you think of Derrick Rose,
so you got guys like Mo Cheeks. You got guys like Mitch Richmond. Like he has better careers than them. You know what I mean? Mitch Richmond, 6 All-Stars, 5 All NBAs, but he hasn't won the MVP. Then you got Mo Cheeks, who's been an All-Star 4 times, but he's in the Hall of Fame. No All NBAs, no MVPs. But so it's like there's guys in the Hall of Fames that didn't have better careers than Derrick Rose, but they're in there. So it's like if those guys are in there, Derrick Rose can make it to the Hall of Fame, dog.
That's okay. Now, Mitch Richmond definitely had a better career than Derrick Rose. Definitely. Mo Cheeks, I can probably give you. 4-time All-Star. He did win a championship and 5-time all defensive. Because looking at this, he's damn near doing the same thing as Rose. But I think with Mo Cheeks, how much them accolades mean. Just being a champion and being a 4-time All-Star and 5-time All-NBA. How much weight does that hold? Now, Rich Richmond, I can't get with you on that. Mitch Richmond definitely had a way better career than Rose. Definitely. Like, Mitch Richmond, 6-time All-Star, champion, 5-time All-NBA, All-Star game MVP, Rookie of the Year. But the stretch he's giving you is 22, 22, 23, 22, 21, 23, 22, 23, 25, 23. He gave us a way better stretch than Rose. So it's kind of hard, but time will tell. If he gets in, I'll be happy. But if he doesn't get in, I won't be shocked. I just won't be shocked because I understand why they won't let him in. I will understand it. But if he gets in, I will definitely be happy. Because if he never gets in, he'll be the only MVP ever to never make the Hall of Fame. Literally, the only MVP ever. So it is what it is. But congratulations to Rose on the jersey retirement. We love you, brother. From Chicago, we love you. I'm gonna let's see. Hold on, let me read these things. I'll get to that one real quick. Francisco. Let me. No wait, I think I read this one. No, I read that one. MB flops. Wimby cutie patootie. Just get me. Okay. All right. Castle Barnes and a couple of first round picks is the final offer though. Might have to give me more than that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say though, low key, Giannis has been getting too injured. He used to be an Iron Man, and the last couple of seasons he has been in and out. Is it a normal that age is catching up? I think he's talking about Giannis. Is Embiid a Hall of Famer?
Damn near, yeah.
He damn near is, because at one point his stretch is just crazy. Like, I think he just is, and plus his accolades. That's why I remember it was a long time ago. This is when Shondell. I'll ask you this though. I feel like I know what you're gonna say though, but I'll ask the question: which MVP year was more impressive, the Embiid or the Rose year? I probably know what you're gonna say, but that was the question of law. That was like a couple of years ago. I remember he asked that question, so I want to ask you that.
Because Joel, that Joel MVP year was tough. Ooh.
Joel Embiid, his MVP year gave you 33, 10, 4
assists.
He shot
a steal, a block,
54 from the field that year, and he shot 33 from the three.
Ooh.
If you want to say like he was the youngest MVP ever, the first seed in the East, I have no problem with that.
A bunch of 40 balls. He had some 50 balls in there. I'm low key gonna say Joel, because we ain't never seen a big man do well besides Wilt. What Joel was doing, he had a bunch of 40 balls. I'm low key gonna go say Joel, because Joel was dominant that year. He was really dominant. And like D Rose was good that year, but I think did Joel win a scoring title that year too?
Did he win the scoring title that year? I wouldn't be shocked if he did.
But with Rose, I don't think Rose was the was the leading scorer that year either.
I think it was Bron.
Because then Kobe had a really good year that year. LeBron had a really good year. Yeah, I mean, but Joel was clearly the favorite for MVP. Well, I wouldn't say clearly, but he put away better numbers. I'm gonna go Joel though. I think Joel MVP season was more impressive. I think with Derrick Rose, it was just the fact that he came out of nowhere, and then how good the Chicago Bulls were.
If you want to say that, I have no problem with that, because the Bulls, like you said, come out of nowhere, damn near number one in defense, first seed in the entire league. I have no problem with that, but just say individual, it's definitely Joel.
Yeah, I'm going Joel.
It's definitely Joel. But yeah, man, congratulations, my man D Rose. Okay. Another couple of things we got.
And that was Dwight had a good year that year. I'm sorry, I was just thinking about Dwight was playing really well that year. Because that's when Dwight was Dwight. Yeah, but nah, go ahead.
See, man, hey, why do all these things be popping up? I'm looking now. It says Giannis Antetokounmpo reportedly. Now, this from Mark Stein and Jake Fisher. I respect them because they notable. I respect what they say, so I ain't gonna say they capping or whatever. But say Giannis Antetokounmpo reportedly has the 76 on his radar and likes Tyrese Maxey. League sources says Philadelphia, furthermore, has not contacted Milwaukee about a possible Antetokounmpo deal in the wake of a better than expected first half. But the Stein line has learned that the prospect of teaming up with Tyrese Maxey, who, like Giannis, works with prominent NBA trader Drew Hanlon, does have the 76ers on the radar. Giannis on the Sixers.
PG's gone for sure.
PG's definitely gone.
Who else they gonna give up?
Who said was it?
I feel like they just throwing a bunch of teams out there for smokes and mirrors, bro.
Bill
I don't. You know
Simmons
what's crazy? I don't. Only teams I can. I can see Giannis going to the Warriors, but I feel like it's gonna probably be a team that we don't even think about or that we heard about, but they not talking about no more.
Bill Simmons came up with a trade for like the Sixers. I think he said like, oh, here it is. Bill Simmons. This was like 6 days ago though. He said the Sixers get Giannis, Gary Harris, and the Bucks get VJ, Paul George, and a first round pick.
I don't want to give up VJ, dog. I mean, but for Giannis, Maxey, Giannis, and Joel, oh my god, how you gonna stop that?
And a healthy Joel at that too. I think about it. I definitely think about it though. But no, though. So some trades that have popped up. Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Trey Jones have drawn trade interest. White is most likely to be moved. I saw that they said they was talking about him to Houston. Kobe White to the Rockets. The Wolves remain interested in White, more willing. You said what?
They don't need that. He's more of a scoring guard than an actual point guard. They need an actual point guard.
They need another guard, period. They just need something. Like, it can't just be Reed Shepherd and then basically somewhat of a man. And then you got
and the man don't even shoot, bro. That game yesterday I saw, that man didn't even want to, bro. They left him. I'm talking about nobody near him. He didn't even want to shoot.
I saw somebody say they're treating him like Ben Simmons.
No, for real. No, they legit are.
They treat him like Ben Simmons now. So, like, yeah, I don't know what's up with him, but let me finish this. Then you can talk if you want to comment on these. Wolves remain interested in White, more willing to move Rob Dillingham than Mike Conley. Suns exploring market for a power forward. Lakers have shown willingness to trade Rui Hachimura. The Cavs have engaged in trade talks around DeAndre Hunter, and the Bucks have gauged the market for Bobby Portis.
I like Kobe with the T-Wolves. I think Kobe with the T-Wolves is good.
Take Rob Dillingham back.
I wouldn't want that. But
Rob Dillingham is not good. Like,
I wouldn't say he's not good. He's just too small. He's just way too small. And I feel like, his offensive production hasn't translated yet to the league. So it's like people are up in the air about him. Because you can't be that small and not give us something offensively, because he ain't gonna give you nothing defensively. But he can pass for sure. It's just that his offense hasn't caught up yet. They thought he was gonna come in the league and be electric, and he hasn't shown that yet. So,
hey, who was it? The Spurs. Hey, the Spurs looking kind of smart now. Remember, they traded Rob to the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves got like a 31 pick for him. So it's like, if y'all not good by then, that pick could be really high. And all we did was give up Rob Dillingham. We just gave out Rob Dillingham, and we drafted.
He don't even play either.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Bones Highland is taking his minutes. What else you got?
Another takeaway I got yesterday. Jalen Tyson came out and said that Cleveland is Donovan Mitchell City now.
That was definitely in the moment.
Yeah. And so I'm like, so I wanted to ask you, do you believe that Cleveland is Donovan Mitchell City now? Yeah. That will forever be LeBron James City. Forever.
Cleveland in general, just the whole city of Ohio will be his city. Bro, that man Jalen Tyson, and then he came out and basically said that, I mean, that's my bad. I didn't mean that. No, duh.
Yeah,
no,
you
duh.
better.
Like, I get it. It's in the moment. The Cavs blow out the Lakers, LeBron there. I get it. But come on now, brother.
Well, did you see how Donovan Mitchell's face looked? He looked like, I don't even know why this man would say that.
That's like Stephon Diggs saying, "Hey, Drake May, this your city now, brother." Do you not know Tom Brady was there?
No.
Like, come on now, brother. And you saw they said that the Cavs they would be interested in bringing back LeBron if he plays
LeBron,
another year.
yeah.
I still
Hey, I
don't think he's
think
going there. I still don't think.
no, I don't
I
think
don't.
he is either. But LeBron there, if say if they was to keep the roster as is now, Darius Garland, Donovan, Bron, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, that's championship, bro. That's a championship team. Because now Bron doesn't have to play defense. All Bron got to do is just focus on offense. He got guys that can cover for him defensively, and he's just allowed to. He's great. He's a great basketball IQ. And I feel like he'll unlock more out of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. So
I still think he gotta play some defense.
I mean, yeah, but he ain't like right now on the Lakers. He has to play defense. If he was to join that Cavs team, he can take possessions off.
This is my thing though. I want to ask you: are you gonna hypothetically? Let's just say LeBron has interest of coming back to Cleveland, right? But you are the Cavs. You get smacked in the first round by the Raptors. We talked about the Raptors would play them. Are you even basically saying, you know what? Let's run this back, but then add LeBron? Or at this point, it's just like, this is not gonna work. It's just not. Are you feeling the trade for say a Jared Allen or Darius Garland, or are you gonna go back to say, let's just run this back again for the 5th year in a row?
I mean,
because I'm thinking like, man, at this point, we really don't know if LeBron is going there. I don't have time to wait on LeBron to make a decision if he does want to come back. If we lose in the first round again, it's time to break this up. I'm not just gonna wait and say, wait to see LeBron do, then we'll break it up. They might be ready to break it up, especially if they get the offers. Hypothetically, they get offers by that time. Like, hey, we'll give you 5 first-round picks for Derek Garland, some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just making something up. Like, I'm not gonna wait to see if LeBron comes back. If I get 5 for Darius Garland, I'm trading Darius Garland instantly.
No, I feel it. I think they will be more inclined to run it back only because, for the most part, these guys have been injured throughout the entire season so far. Jared Allen has missed some time. Mobley has missed a lot of time. Garland has missed a lot of time. So it's one of the things where they might blame this year on injuries if they do get smacked in the first round, because none of those guys, well, Mobley has, but talking about Darius Garland, he hasn't really had a chance to get his feet up under him for real. So I feel like they hit them with the, this season was a failure due to injury. So let's give it one more year and see how that goes. But I don't think Brown's going back there anyway. So
I don't think so either. And you saw that they said that it was a report that it came out today. Did I save that picture? Did I save it? I don't think I saved it. Oh, wait, I did. It said the Lakers are potentially going to ask LeBron James to take a significant pay cut next season if he wants to return. How significant that would be, I don't know.
I don't think he's doing that either.
Is LeBron because LeBron getting paid $50 million now? Is LeBron really worth $50 million?
No,
he's not worth 50. Is he worth 38 to 42?
Yes.
Right there, maybe. Right there. I think that's fine. But it's like what LeBron thinks. If he thinks like, hey, I'm still, I'm still one of the best players in the league. I still play at this high level. I'm worth at least probably close to $50 million. I think the Lakers are okay with it. But if you're cool with that, I think LeBron does stay somehow with the Lakers. I just think that, and the only reason I say that is because it's really not for like basketball reasons. I think it's just because of family. I don't think he wants to move his whole family back to Cleveland. I just don't believe that, especially for say like a year or two. I don't think, because LeBron, he looks like the family guy. Like he's real close to his family, and I don't think he wants to move them back to Cleveland. Like I think he's cool with just staying in LA. That's really it. It's not even basketball reasons. That's why I think he stays with the Lakers. Or unless somewhere in California, like, they've been talking about Warriors and stuff. I think that would be okay. But I think across the country somewhere, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. So that's why I think he stays with like the Lakers. Let me see, because you brought up. Oh yeah, you brought up the LeBron stuff. Did you see that there was a trade for John Morant? It said the Pelicans would give them Jordan Poole, DeJounte Murray, and the Pelicans. The Pelicans would get the Grizzlies, Jordan Poole, DeJounte Murray, and the Pelicans get John Morant, KCP.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was like a package discuss.
I
John
don't think the
Morant playing
Grizzlies
with
take that.
Zion.
That'd be nasty. You know they friends.
Yeah, they're cool because they both from. Are they from South Carolina?
I think so. Yeah.
Not North. I think it's not North, but it's definitely like South Carolina.
I think they
Yeah,
grew up playing with. They grew up playing with each other.
I wouldn't mind it.
Another takeaway I got: Tatum has came out and said a couple of things this week. First thing he said that if he had his career in Memphis, that he would have a statue outside the arena, but he's chasing guys like Larry Bird, and guys who run a bunch of rings. So the standard's much higher for him. And then he came out and said that he thinks Bron should be a part of the All-Star game, because without having LeBron there, it'd be weird. And then he also said that he's rethinking coming back. I think that the Achilles injury was a lot on him. So, and it's kind of surprising that he's rethinking coming back because they're number 2 or 3 now.
I think they're 2 or 3. It's one of them.
Yeah, they're 3. They're number 3 right now. So it's like if you came back, you could definitely help your team win. So I was kind of surprised that he said he was rethinking coming back after he said he wanted to come back now. So
what do you think that is, though? Why do you think he's rethinking it?
Probably because he doesn't think that he's going to be back in the form that he needs to be to play in the playoffs. I feel like he probably wants to come back fully healthy, 100%, and not come back a shell of himself. So, because if he comes back, the expectations from, like he said, he's chasing guys like Larry Bird now. His standard is much higher. So if he comes back and he doesn't play like the Jason Tatum we all know and love, he's going to get all that scrutiny. And we seen how he was when he got that scrutiny when he was playing bad. So I don't think he wants that smut on his name. So
it's scrutiny when he plays good. So that really don't matter. But I think this year, even if he did come back, I don't think nobody's gonna slander him. They know he's coming off of Achilles, so no one's like if he
you were one of them guys. If you were injured and you out there playing, if you're playing bad, you're playing that. You said that out your own mouth. So you're gonna be one of them guys that give him scrutiny.
Wait a minute. Hold on. When we talk about the playoffs, if you continuously play bad, if Jason Tatum plays if he gives you this is my thing. Wait, let me start over. If Jason comes out and plays and gives you probably 12 points per game, I would not slander him because I know what the expectation is. I know what he's coming. I know that he's coming off Achilles injury. What I always talk about is, we already know this. You got this injury, whatever. This is the playoffs now. If you are just so hurt, because you always say, well, he is injured. He is hurt. If Darius Garland plays in that games and plays bad, because I know we expect you to play somewhat decent. I expect you to play decent. If you play decent, I don't say nothing. But if you out there giving me 5 points, of course I'm going to slander you. I'm going to slander you. I just expect more. I don't think Jason Tatum's going to go out here and give you 5 points per game. Even if he does come back. And then he's on a minutes restriction. We know he's going to be on minutes restriction. Darius Garland was not on minutes restriction when he played in the playoffs. He wasn't. So if you're playing 35 minutes but only giving me 5 points, I expect better. Is that not right? Is that not true? That's what I'm saying. Now, if Jason Tatum would play 35 minutes and was only giving you 10 points, that's a problem because you can't be out here giving me 35 minutes, 10 points, but I don't expect that from him. That's all I'm saying. No one's going to slander Jason Tatum coming off of Achilles injury. No one's going to slander him. That's all I'm going to say. But with the Jason Tatum thing, he did bring up talking about they'll make him a statue in Memphis. I think he was lying. I don't think he was lying. Because it's like, what have the Grizzlies done? What have they done? They haven't technically done nothing. He would literally be the greatest player ever. Like they damn near probably would make a statue. They probably would. Hey, I saw somebody that said K, like, whose Celtic career is better, Jason Tatum or KG?
No, Jason Tatum's.
They was arguing and they was talking about, oh, it's KG, but it's like, it's just a Celtic career. It's just a Celtic career. But Jason Tatum, I mean, at this point now, since he's rethinking it, if he comes back, he comes back. But it's like, if he doesn't, I don't blame him. I think like what you say, he wants to be back to the form, like at 100% at least. I just felt like when he was saying, oh, I want to come back, I felt like he didn't want to come back like straight off of literally not playing for a year. I felt like he wanted to at least get his footing going into some of the regular season, then on playoffs. Then next year, we could potentially see a really, really good Jason Tatum. That's what I was thinking. But if he doesn't play, it's not the end of the world. I would love to play. I need my man Tyrese Halliburton to play, man. I miss Tyrese Halliburton hoops. I miss the Tyrese Halliburton hoops, man. Well, what else I got? I saw something else. Where'd it go? Oh, you know this. Hey, you've been on this. I give you your credit. The Toronto Raptors are emerging as a legitimate landing spot for Domantas Sabonis, with RJ Barrett potentially being sent to Sacramento. While Washington, Phoenix, and Chicago have known to have some interest in Sabonis, league sources confirm reports that Toronto is a legitimate possibility as we approach the deadline. It's worth noting that the Raptors' RJ Barrett, who is on $27 million this season and $29 million next season, was drafted number 3 overall out of Duke by current Kings general manager Scott Perry in 2019. When Perry held the same position with the Knicks, the two old friends shared a warm hug and extended conversation before the game at Golden One Center. And then you saw that the Raptors said they are not trading, like Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes are off limits. Everybody else can go, but those two are off limits. Basically, even in the Giannis conversation, they are not trading them two, but we'll trade you anybody else. I told you, I think I actually like Giannis on the Raptors, but you know, you've been saying Sabonis on the Raptors. If Sabonis on the Raptors, you know, you trade RJ, probably got to give up Jakob and somebody else. Hey, the Raptors look legitimate.
Yeah, they just got to get some pieces to surround them. But yeah, I would like Sabonis on them.
You saw that did you see that trade that the Bulls tried to trade Vucevic for Anthony Simons and they said no? The Celtics said no?
No, I didn't see that.
They definitely tried to do that. Why did they want Simons? You like, even if they did that, like Simons, Josh Giddey, like
because they're the Bulls, they aren't that intelligent. Whoever's in that front office, they need to take some advice from the Bears, because the Bears got their front office together. The Bulls front office has been terrible for years.
Bulls offered Vucevic to the Celtics for Anthony Simons and a first-round pick. Boston declined. And then it said the Celtics offer to the Clippers. It said the Celtics would have got Zubats and salary filler, and the Clippers would have got Anthony Simons, 1 first-round pick, and a first-round pick swap. The Clippers declined.
Yeah, that's not enough for Zubac.
What else you got?
Ace Bailey was left off the Rising Stars roster. I was kind of surprised. I know he hasn't really played that many games to start his career, but I'm still surprised they left him off the Rising Stars roster. I thought he would have been on there, especially as a top 5 pick. So
he should be on there. He definitely should be on there because there's who's on here? Let me see. This is old one. Ooh, that's the old one. Oh, let me try. Because I saw that they did it like the draft thing. T-Mac team ass. This team sucks. Oh my god. I looked at his team, bro. I'm like, bro, your team ain't never this bad. Let me see. So these are the teams. So Carmelo Anthony has Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Donovan Clingan, Kyler Murray Boyles, Reed Shepard, Jeremiah Fears, and Cooper Flag. That team. That team decent. That team not bad. Vince Carter, he got Montes Buzelis, Cedric Coward, Igor Denham, VJ, Keontae George, Derek Queen, Jalen Wells. That team, it's okay. It's okay. T-Mac team. Trey Johnson, Con Knipple, AJ Mitchell, Alex Starr, Cam Spencer, Jalen Tyson, and Khalil Ware. I ain't messing with it, bro. I'm not messing with that team. And then Austin Rivers, I think he has like these G League teams. He has like
the G League.
Hey, Ron Harper in here. Ron Harper Jr. in here.
I think Melo team go win. Well, they should win at least.
I think his team should win too.
He got the end of the best player. Cooper and Stephon alone.
Bro, you got Donovan Clingan. Rebounding monster. He should win. Should win.
Either him or Vince gonna win.
You got anything else?
Yeah, Paulo and the head coach. They're not seeing eye to eye. It was reports that they're not seeing eye to eye. I mean, I thought it was been time for Jamal Mosley to get up out of there. I don't think he's the right coach for that roster. I think he did a great job rebuilding the Orlando Magic and instilling defense in them. But I felt like it's one of them things where they got tired. They're tired of hearing his voice. So I think it's time for a new head coach to go on there. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's going after the end of this season.
You saw that before that, before I go, like, I feel like at some point, like, you just, like you said, you get tired of hearing the same voice, and then it's like, it just hasn't worked. It's just like, and they've kind of the same. I think I saw something that said for the last 3 years, they've had the same record at this mark. I think it was like 23-21, something like that. It's like, how can you have the same exact record at this certain mark? And it's like, what's the problem? Because this year, the defense isn't the same.
It's the yeah. It's always been offense, but it's both now.
But this year is mid. Like they're like in the middle of the pack of offense, which is better than what they were the last couple of years. But the middle of the pack of defense, their defense was the calling card. They were always at least a top 5 defense in the league. Now they're in the middle of the pack. Now that could be because Paulo been hurt, Franz been hurt, Jalen, they've had a lot of injuries.
It was the same shit last year though.
It was, but they're. Man, I said last week, Cavs, I feel like the Magic disappointment. I put them on there too. They not even mid too. They've been bad. They got to get it together, man. They got to get it together. But I was going to ask, did you see, like, they was talking about trading Jonathan Kuminga to the Heat and bringing Andrew Wiggins back to the Warriors?
Nah, I didn't see that either.
Yes, they think about that. What's your thoughts on that? Bringing Andrew Wiggins back for Jonathan Kuminga?
I don't think the Warriors want Andrew Wiggins back. I don't think they should do that at all. I don't think that'd be a needle mover for them. To at least try to go maximize the rest of the years of Steph Curry. In order to maximize the rest of the years of Steph Curry, you gotta make a big splash, and that's like going to go get Giannis. So
you say you like that for Giannis. You say you like Giannis on the Warriors the most out of the 4 teams. So you know what? Let's do this. That's you rank them, but where are they? What are they if they get Giannis? So if the Warriors get Giannis, their championship. If the Heat get Giannis, what are they? Like out of those 4 teams? So Knicks, Timberwolves, Heat, and Warriors.
Well, Knicks for sure is a championship. I think with the Warriors, they can contend for a championship just based off those 2. Timberwolves, I feel like they're championship contenders. And then the Heat. I mean, I feel like all of them are championship contenders because you're getting Giannis. But I feel like the Knicks for sure would be a championship team. Because they have guys on the bench. And then they have the pieces they can keep together. A good team, even if they do trade for Giannis. Whereas if you go to the Warriors, they bench gonna be, but they still championship contenders because of Steph and Giannis. The same thing with the with the Timberwolves. But the Heat is a sneaky one. Only if you can use that Terry Rozier contract, like you said, though. If not, then they still championship contenders. But I feel like all of them are championship contenders. But I feel like a championship team that damn near could go to the finals is the Knicks.
It is believed Giannis Antetokounmpo will sign a long-term contract with the Miami Heat if he's traded there, per Chris Haynes. But remember, it was that report that yesterday Kasim put in the chat that he ain't messing with Pat Riley. I don't know how true that is, but it's like, I don't know how true that is. It says the Heat will be willing to include Khalil Ware in a trade, obviously. Miami's package will likely feature Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero. I'm not even going to act like I can pronounce buddy name. The dude from Illinois, 2030, 22 first-round picks, plus flexibility to take on unwanted salary via Terry Rozier's contract. I ain't gonna lie, though. You like the Warriors. If I give you Jimmy, Kuminga, and then Moses Mooney and all the first-round picks, I do it. I feel like at this point with the Warriors, you got nothing to lose. Like, you got nothing to lose. I just do it. I would do it. Like, how valuable are those first-round picks? I don't know. But if I can do that, Jimmy Butler's not going to play. So it's like, it is what it is. So I would do that. If I had to rank them like you did, then we'll move on. The Warriors, I would put them at like, I think they can be a conference finals team if he goes there. I think they're a Western Conference Finals team. The Timberwolves, I think they're a conference finals team, so I'm not going to lie. It depends on if they can trade Randall without getting McDaniels, though. If they can do that, it changes my mind. The Knicks, they're a championship. If he goes to the Knicks, they're a championship team automatically in the East. They're the championship. And then the Heat, I think they're a conference finals team if he goes to the Heat. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna hate. I ain't gonna do that. I think they're low-key a conference finals team if he goes to the Heat. But the Heat gotta make the move. Pat Riley gotta not be scared. Gotta do it. If you gotta make that trade, bro. So I really ain't got no more. Like, unless you got something about games or anything. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I got three more things. One, Shams playing in the celebrity game. I'm low key going tune in to watch that because he talk all this stuff about he used to talk about Woj, all the stuff they talk about Shams. Even AD came out and said Shams was capping on some of his reports. And then they always talk about how these guys don't know nothing about basketball. They can't even play basketball. And so reportedly Shams is a shooter. He said he could shoot, dribble, and defend. So we're gonna see. So I'm pretty intrigued to see how Shams plays because we've never seen anything like this. Like that's like if Rich Paul was to play or Woj when he was covering the NBA was to play in the celebrity game. So I can't wait to see that. Probably about 6 foot, if that. Probably about 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", probably. Then the Kings are selling their tickets at Costco.
I saw
when I seen that, I said, "Oh my god, these boys!" Nah, I think that shit is for real. The fact that y'all got to stoop so low as to sell y'all tickets in Costco, that just shows you how bad the franchise is and how people don't even want to see y'all play.
That's pretty
insane.
decent. For two, that's decent. $60 for two tickets.
That's insane, dog. That's insane. You're gonna be the only one there at the game.
Kings, low-key, like I think the Kings actually have a good fan base, though.
Yeah, I do too. It's just they lose.
They just suck. But I think they have a legit good fan base. I don't remember the last time they lit the beam, though. I ain't gonna cut. I don't remember.
2 years ago, probably. I think like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
What they had? Well, now that I think about it, hold on, because they have 12 wins. How many of those wins was on at home? That's the question. How many?
I'm gonna go 5.
They're 12. They got 12 and 36. Jesus Christ. Let me see. No, keep going. I'll find it.
But the last takeaway I got, Bron said that he wants the 65 game rule for for the awards change. And his reasoning for that is that the pace isn't the same as it was in the earlier years of the NBA before the 2000s. He wants to change because the pace is faster, guys are getting more injured. So he thinks that the 65 games it should be abolished. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I agree with Brian. I think it needs to be. I think it needs to at least be 55. You got to play at least 55 games.
Yeah, I agree. Because when we get in our 60s there, and I tried to tell YN like Wemby was like that, we're gonna say, well, he didn't have 2 defensive player of the years and didn't have 5 all. Yeah. Brother, stop.
And that's messing with people, like you said, that's messing with people's legacies. That could be the difference somebody gets in the Hall of Fame or not. Because now how you gonna judge players on getting in the Hall of Fame now? Stop if they don't have the accolades.
I know how Wemby was. Kings have 9 wins at home out of the 12. 9 wins. So they lit the beam 9 times.
I don't even think they like the beam anymore.
Oh, that'd be sad if they don't do that no more. That'd be sad. All right. If you don't got no more takeaways, let's move on to the final topic. Our NBA awards so far. We finally at this moment. We probably should have done this probably like a week or 2 ago, but we had to do our all-star stuff, and then Reggie was on us, and we kind of on time, so it's like, but we're finally on our NBA awards at the halfway mark of the season. Let's start it off, obviously, with the MVP. At the halfway mark of the NBA season, who is your NBA MVP?
First and foremost, I want to give an honorable mention to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But my boy Luka, I've been saying I got my boy Luka as the MVP since the season has started, and so far my boy is averaging 38, 8 and 8, with about a steal and a half, shooting 47 from the field, and he's not shooting that well from 3, but he's shooting 34 from 3. I think that my boy is gonna get my Lakers or our Lakers to top 3 seed, and he gonna win that MVP, especially since Jokic just missed a bunch of time. And the only guys he got to compete with is Shai and probably Cade. So I got my boy Luka as my MVP.
Okay. Honorable mention. Nikola Jokic is till he is literally eliminated. Luka Doncic, only because record-wise. That's record. So now, okay, so the record just don't matter at this point. The record just don't matter. It's all about the play. It's all about play with you.
No, I said when he gets them to, I think he's going to get them to the 3rd best team in the West.
But
I just said that.
Halfway point. They're the 5th seed. They're
5th.
Yeah,
I still got them.
I know, so I'm saying record don't matter. So the record just doesn't matter with you. It's all about the play.
As of right now, the record doesn't matter because I think that their record is going to be better by the end of the year.
So if they're 5th seed at the end of the season, you gonna stay consistent? You gonna still pick Luka?
I've been saying I got Luka's the MVP before the season started. I'm still gonna stick with my boy.
As long as you stay consistent, that's all that matters. All right, that's fine. Luka Doncic is on here. Kay Cunningham is on here. Jaylen Brown is definitely on here as an honorable mention. You got to give it to SGA right now because SGA is giving you 34, 4, 655 from the field, 38 from the 3, but also his team is first in the league. Like, I feel like I said, not you, but just in general for people, depending on what your criteria is for the MVP. Like, if it's just for play, that's fine. Like, I understand that. But with Shai being 38 and 10 and basically no one is really close to him, and especially with him averaging another 30 this year, he's definitely the MVP right now. And then I think they're probably going to win at least 60 games this year. Yes, it's definitely SGA right now. If Nikola Jokic wasn't injured, it would definitely be him. Like, easily. I think Nikola Jokic would definitely be the MVP if he wasn't hurt. Because they'll probably be like where they are now, 3rd seed in the West. But I got to give it to SGA because he's been healthy, the most consistent, and he got his team playing the best. So SGA is my MVP at the halfway mark of the season. Let's go with the defensive player of the year. Who do you have as your NBA defensive player of the year?
Well, when I was doing my DPOI, one of the things that I looked at is their defensive rating. And so, for all the people that don't know, defensive rating is basically how many points a team scores in 100 possessions. So, like, if you're under 110, that's elite. If it's like 112 to like 115, it's pretty average. And then anything over 118, that's bad, basically. And so my honorable mention is Chet Holmgren. He averages about 2 blocks per game. His defensive rating as a team, the Thunder defensive rating is like a 104, so that's really good. They allow about 107 points per game. And then with Chet on the floor, their defensive rating is 104, and then without him, it's 109. So that's why he's my honorable mention, even though he might get it due to games. But you can tell right there that the Thunder are still a good defensive team without him. But my DPOY is, of course, Victor Wembanyama. You know, he averages 3 blocks per game. And then the Spurs, their defensive rating is 109, and they allow 112 points. And with him on the floor is 107. So their defensive rating is better with him on the floor. And without him, it jumps all the way to 119. So it's basically poor after that. So you can see the big difference of Wemby being on the court and when he's not on the court. But he's not going to get it through the games. But as of right now, Victor Wembanyama is my DPOI.
Low key though, I got Victor too as my DPOI. Like you said, defensive rating. Like I think his defensive rating is literally like 103. It's like 103 with Victor. But like he is giving you 24-11 with basically 3 blocks. Like if you want to say somebody like down year, that's fine. But like the Spurs as a team are 7th in opponent scoring, defensive efficiency 5th, 4th in opponent shooting. Like they're a really great defensive team, and that's because of Victor. Like that's just facts. And like I said earlier in the pod, it's Victor's to lose. Like it's Victor to lose. There's no one defensively that's just better than Victor Wembanyama in the NBA as a defensive player. There's just no one better than him. But if there's somehow Victor don't get this, we gotta say Rudy Gobert might win low key. We gotta say Rudy Gobert might win. I get it. Third in defensive efficiency, 5th in opponent scoring. I get it. He 4th in defensive rating. I understand that, but I think Rudy Gobert makes a case if Victor doesn't win it. But I do have Victor. But I think Rudy Gobert makes a compelling case for being a 5-time defensive player of the year.
I think they're gonna give it to Chet. I think they'll give it to Chet.
I ain't got no problem. I have no problem with Chet getting it. I got no problem. I just feel like people can't be forgetting about Rudy Gobert and I feel like that's the reason why, like, because I know you said, what was it, like a couple of weeks ago, man, they need to get rid of Gobert. You can't, because he's just great defensively. No matter what, that offense is dookie, but that defense is great. So that's why you just can't get rid of him, because his defense is so great. Before we go to the next one, I want to see something like what they got for the awards, like who they got right now. Chet is the leading vote. FanDuel again, sponsor us. Chet is leading, -115. Victor is +170. That's only because they feel like he's gonna miss games. And Rudy Gobert is +650. Then the next person is Scotty with +3000. So, and I'll read off the MVPs real quick, then we'll move on. Shea -400, Luka +1000, K +1200, Jaylen Brown +2500. Next guys end with 5000, +5000. So it looks like a clearing with Shea and Luka. Looks like a clearing, brother. Let's move on. I'm gonna save this one for last. Not for last, but I want that to be the last one. The Rookie of the Year. Who is your NBA Rookie of the Year? Got to be 2 names, right?
Yeah, we all know it should either be between Khan and Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is my honorable mention, though. I got Khan As of right now, I got Khan leading the way. They both really are almost averaging the same identical numbers. Khan is 18, 5, and 4. But he's shooting 42% from the three. And Cooper is 18, 6, and 4. What about a steal and almost a block? But he's shooting 28% from three. So I feel like they literally neck and neck right now. I feel like it's all going to depend on who plays the most games when it comes down to it. But as of right now, I got Con Knipple.
Who is playing more games?
I think Con is playing more games. I think Cooper's missed.
Cooper has played 43 games.
And he's just started missing games.
Khan has played 47.
Yeah, he's missed 4. Cooper missed 4 games.
I think he's missed one game all year. One game. Missed one game.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's all it's gonna come down to. Who's the most healthiest? Because I feel like they both gonna be around the same averages the entire year. It just all comes down to health at this point.
Who's third? Like when it's also like when they announced the 3, it's obviously gonna be
VJ. Probably
what about
VJ.
Derek Queen?
No, I feel like VJ got the edge right now because Derek Queen hasn't been playing as good as of recently, but VJ's picked it back up. And then VJ started off the year hot, slowed down a little bit, but now he's picked it back up. Derek Queen didn't start off too hot. He had a good stretch, and now he's back. He's back playing not as good. So I think VJ's third right now.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, man, it's 2-team race. Oh man. Telling people I was there. I said my rookie of the year was Cooper Flag, and it was Ace Bailey. But I said, don't sleep on Con Knipple, though. I definitely said don't sleep on him. And look at him now. Potentially win. I gotta go with Cooper Flag, though. The only reason I say Cooper Flag is because I felt like he's had to be the guy more. He has, from turning to a point guard to going back to what he really can do, be like this slashing, cutting type forward, but still handling the ball. I felt like he's had to do a little bit more for the Mavericks, and he has kind of lived up to the expectations to a degree. He's been really good, but I can't take away Con Knipple shooting 42% for a rookie is crazy. Like when I looked that up, I was like, wow, that is crazy. He's shooting 42% from the 3. I think
he's doing a lot for them too.
Huh?
He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot for the Hornets as well. He's rebounding. He's playing D. He's running the office at sometimes. So
he don't got the responsibility like
no, he don't. But he's still doing a lot for that team. He's making the 50-50 plays for them. He's literally the glue for that team.
No, I agree. But what Cooper has done for that team, I know they're bad. They're 19 and 28, but I got to give it to Cooper Flag. I feel like Cooper Flag, he's been really good. Take away that 3-point shooter, but it's like the 3-point shooter is bad. But like you said, they're basically got the same exact stats. Damn near, it's basically the same. And I feel like it's just who's just gonna play better down the stretch. That's really all it's gonna come down to. Who's gonna play better down the stretch? So I got Cooper Flag, but Con Knipple, if he wins, I would not have a problem. I have no problem with you having Con Knipple. Like Con Knipple, that man been really good for them. Their most consistent player. Their most consistent player on the team. He's not the best, but he's definitely been their most consistent. So I got to give it to Cooper Flag, though, but Con Knipple deserves something. Real quick, I forgot about this. It wasn't like a takeaway, but has Cooper Flag so far done enough for Mavericks fans to be like, Luka's gone, but we do got Cooper Flag. I still miss Luka, but I still got Cooper. Or they're like, man, we still miss Luka, bro. We still love you.
No. Cooper has not done enough yet until he drags them on one leg far in the playoffs. Until he drops 30 in the playoffs. Until he leads his team to a Western Conference Finals, then you can say the trade was justified. As of right now, that trade is not justified.
I'm not saying it's justified. I'm just saying if I'm a fan of the Mavericks, I'm like, we got Cooper Flag. decent. We decent. Or it's like, man, I still miss Luka. I still miss him. That's all
That
I was
man has
asking.
not done enough. He has not done enough.
If I would, you know what? I'm not even gonna answer that because I'm not a legit Mavericks fan, so I wouldn't know. Let's go with 6th man of the year. Who is your 6th man of the year?
My honorable mentions for 6th man is AJ Mitchell, and Reed Shepard. I think those two, AJ. Well, first and foremost, all these guys are averaging around the same. But
One if it's one guy.
my 6th man of the year is Keldon Johnson. I think that Keldon Johnson has been very good for the Spurs off the bench. He's only playing about 24 minutes, but he's giving you 13, 6, with almost a steal and a half, shooting 55 from the field and 39 from 3. He's been really good for them off the bench. And he's one of the big reasons why the Spurs are playing good this year.
I definitely had Keldon. I'm surprised you ain't named you. He couldn't at least make honorable mention. Jaime Hawkins. Jaime been hooping. Jaime been good. And that's who I got as my 6th man. Jaime Hawkins. I got Jaime because if you watch Heat games, they be running the ball through him, and he be having to initiate the offense. I be seeing Jaime be having to run the offense for the Miami Heat off the bench. Jaime been playing real good because this is year 3 for him. He has definitely taken the next step for the Miami Heat, and he is a legit contributor. He's averaging 15, 5, and 4, 52 from the field. Jaime been playing real good for the Miami Heat. Now, I know the record isn't like the greatest, but I'm just looking at like the play, like just 6-man. I would give it to Jaime. I think, but Keldon Johnson, definitely not a bad pick because he's definitely on here. I basically got the same people on here. Like AJ Mitchell definitely deserves some love. Reed Shepard deserves some love. Keldon Johnson deserves some love. But I had to give it to Jaime. I think Jaime been really good for the Miami Heat this year and been pretty consistent for them. So I got Jaime Hawkins as my 6th man of the year. This is probably the best one. The most improved player. This is the best. This is the best one. This was really hard for me. Who is your most improved player of the year so far in the NBA?
I feel like record shouldn't at this part. The record shouldn't go into considerations. But my honorable mentions, I got Alex Sarr. I got Ryan Rollins. I got my boy Denny. I mean, not. I got my boy Jalen Johnson. But I feel like it came down to either Denny or Keontae George. But I'm gonna go Denny. I'm gonna go Denny Avnia. I think last year Denny was averaging 16, 7, and 4, shooting 47 from the field, 36 from 3. And this year he's averaging 25, 7, and 6. Still shooting about the same from the field. But yeah, I feel like it was either between him and Keontae.
I'm surprised Ryan Rollins even on that motherfucker.
But last year Ryan Rollins was averaging 6 points. He jumped from 6 to 16.
How does he make it over Jalen Duran?
I mean, because Jalen Duran's he's been good.
But that's fine. But we know he improved way better this year than last year. Like that's just facts.
Yeah, but his numbers aren't. His jump isn't as big as those two guys, as Denny's and Keontae.
But Ryan Rollins?
Yeah.
Ryan Rollins?
Yeah. The nigga averaged 6 points last year. Now
and
he averages
8. He averages 8 points.
Who? Ryan Rollins?
Oh, I'm thinking of Ron Holland. Oh, my bad. I'm thinking of Ron Holland. My bad.
I'm like, boy, you're tweaking. I'm like, what?
I'm looking at Ron Holland. This whole time, that's my fault. I was thinking of Ron Holland. That's my bad. My bad. Okay, I'm cool with it. I'm cool. I thought you was talking about Ron Holland this whole time. That's my bad.
Nigga.
I'm like, Ron. I'm thinking like, Ron Holland? That man ain't done nothing. I'm like, how does he make it over his teammate? No, that's my bad. Ron Rollins. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that then. I'm cool. I swear I thought you was talking about Ryan Hollins this whole time. Now, Ryan Rollins, 16, 4, and 5. I actually wasn't thinking of him if we're being honest. You got gotta hate for MPJ. You gotta hate. You can't tell me MPJ shouldn't be a most improved for at least an honorable mention. He can't sniff honorable mention. He got to at least be honorable mention. He got to at least be honorable mention.
I'm not. When I did my most improved, it's guys who I make. I mean, yeah, he has a nice statistical jump, but guys who really came out of nowhere, and we already knew MPJ was good. That's like when Tyrese Maxey won it. Like we already knew Tyrese Maxey was good, but the reason why he got it was because of the big statistical jump that he had. But MPJ, we already knew what he was going to do once he got the opportunity to be the first option. So that's why I didn't even put him on mine.
Not this. Bro, let me see something. MPJ goes from 18 to 25.
Yeah, 7.
That's a big jump. That's a lot of points. That's a big jump.
It ain't bigger than Denny's. It ain't bigger than
no.
It ain't bigger than it ain't bigger than Keontae's.
No, not them. But I think he should at least be on there. I think he should be on honorable mention. He should be at least on the list. Even if you got him last, I'm cool. He can't make it?
No.
Nah, that's crazy. The hate for MPJ is crazy.
I don't hate him. I'm not going to show love to players that's already. It's like putting Jalen Duran on there. I'm not going to show. He's good. He's doing about the same. He's just averaging a little bit more points.
He definitely deserves to be on there.
There's other guys that deserve more love than him.
Especially when it comes. Well, the record don't matter, and I agree with you. But maybe for Jalen Duran's case, the fact that he has improved this year and has got the Pistons where they're at is like that has some hype for most improved, especially early in the year. Like he definitely deserved like some hype for that. Ryan Rollins, I definitely had no problem because Ryan Rollins was hooping. They just sucked. The Bucks just like as a team just garbage. But for my most improved, I would have picked Jalen Johnson, man. I can't go with Jalen Johnson no more. I do think it is between Denny or Keontae George. I want to pick Keontae George so bad. But I'm going to go Denny Avdia. 25, 7-7, 47 from the field. Got the Blazers 23 and 25 in the play-in. No one thought that. But since Denny has played so good, he's got them boys playing like surprisingly great. So Denny Avdia deserves some love. I know people going to say he a free throw merchant. That's fine. It is what it is. But
early in the year, you said they was ass. That team was ass. Now they playing great. The switch up is crazy.
Nah, brother. Now, I swear to God, now that was last year.
No, earlier this year when I told you that they beat the Thunder, you said, I'm not too really impressed by that. They're a bad team.
I said they definitely played better. They definitely have played better.
Yeah, they've been playing better, but when I told you they were a good team to start with, you said, hell no, but now they're a good team.
I still think they're mid. I think they're a mid team. I think they're pretty mid. I think 23, 25, pretty mid. It's not like they're 28 and like 22. Like, I mean, what's your definition of good?
They're a good team. They're a scrappy team. They're not no free W coupon.
Scrappy team don't mean good. You're just scrappy. Don't make you a good team. You're just scrappy.
They're what the Pistons were before the Pistons became good.
That was not a good team. That wasn't.
The Pistons still was a decent team. Were a good team. They every team that they played against, they had to fight to win.
That team was garbage. Team. That team was not good, bro. That team was not good. I'm not doing that. No, that team wasn't good. That team was good. You can be scrappy, but not good.
Okay.
You can't tell me 14 and 68 is a good team. You can't tell me that. You can't.
Okay. Let's move on to Coach of the Year. Okay. Let's move on to Coach of the Year.
You always do that. You know that shit ain't true.
Okay. Let's move on to Coach of the Year.
Come on, bro. You're saying anything. Like what?
Okay.
Somebody in the comments tell me if 14 and 68 is a good team. Somebody tell me. Please tell me.
Okay.
Maybe saying anything.
Coach of the Year.
For our last award, our NBA Coach of the Year. Who do you have as your NBA Coach of the Year?
This one, this one was kind of hard for me because I feel like all four of these guys deserve it. But I got JB Bickerstaff, I got Jordan Alt, I got Mitch Johnson, and I got Joe Mazzulla. Um, I want Joe Mazzulla to win only because of what he has to work with. Um, but my coach of the year, I'm gonna have to low key go JB Bickerstaff. Because around time last year, the Pistons were 23-24, and now the Pistons are 34-11 at this around this time. But yeah, I'm gonna go JB Bickerstaff.
I didn't think of Jordan Hall. He definitely, now that I think about him, he deserves to be honorable mention. He deserves to be on there. Mitch Johnson definitely deserves to be on here. Got the Spurs second in the West. Joe Mazzulla second, third in the East. No one thought that. I thought David Adelman deserved some love because no one thought they would still be really decent without Nikola Jokic. And then even with Christian Braun not playing majority of the games, Aaron Gordon been out, and freaking Cam Johnson. Like 4 of your 5 starters have been out, and you're still top in the West. He deserves some votes. But I think it's JB Bickerstaff. I think it's literally his to lose this year. I thought damn near I picked him last year to win. I picked him last year over what's buddy name? Cavs. Why am I blanking?
Kenny Atkinson.
Kenny Atkinson, blank. I thought he should have won it last year over Kenny Atkinson because a lot of people did not think the freaking Pistons were gonna win 40-some games. Like, that is the biggest turnaround from winning 14 games the year, and then the next year you win 44. That's a big jump. So I thought he should have won that, but I get why Kenny Atkinson won. But I think this year is JB Bickerstaff to lose because I think the Pistons are technically on pace to win at least 50, probably like 56, 57 games. And if they win 60, stay where they are in the East, JB Bickerstaff, he's going to win it. But I have no problem that Joe Mazzulla will win it with what the team he has gone, with what the team he got. Mitch Johnson definitely deserves some love. Are you, this is not you, but I'm saying this question. Is Mitch Johnson, like, do you think he's a really good coach, or is like he just got Victor? So it's like,
No, I think he's a really good coach. Because even without Victor, those guys are playing good. I think those guys believe in him. I think he's a tough, hard-nosed coach. I like Mitch Johnson. I wouldn't be surprised if he won too. If the Spurs, well, they're not gonna catch the Thunder unless the Thunder go on a crazy losing streak. But if they could somehow get to number one, I could see Mitch getting it too.
yeah, I think all of them, Jordan, all definitely deserve consideration, man. I don't care what no one thought the freaking thing's gonna do this. No one thought that. Like, no one thought the Suns would be 28 and freaking 28-19. Like, he got them playing good. Like,
they won more games at this time than they did last year.
That's pretty sad when you had Kevin Durant. It's kind of sad.
They was 24 and 22.
24 and 22 at this time? Damn, that's terrible. And you would think they have a better team. But those are our NBA awards at the halfway mark. We will be back to talk about those later down the line. But let's end this off here. Let's end it off with our NBA Pickems. Let's start with Friday. NBA Friday games. Lakers and the Wizards.
Lakers.
Give me the LA Lakers. Raptors and the Magic.
Raptors.
Give me the Toronto Raptors. Kings and the Celtics.
Celtics.
Give me the Boston Celtics. Trailblazers and the Knicks.
Knicks.
Give me the New York Knicks. Grizzlies and the Pelicans.
Pelicans.
Give me the New Orleans Pelicans. Cavs and the Suns.
Cavs.
Give me the Cleveland Cavaliers. Clippers and the Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Give me the LA Clippers. Nets and the Jazz.
Nets.
Man, doodle bowl. Give me the Brooklyn Nets. Pistons and the Warriors.
Pistons.
Give me the Detroit Pistons. NBA Saturdays games, Bulls and the Heat.
Heat.
Give me the Miami Heat. Spurs and the Hornets.
Spurs. I want to pick the Hornets so bad, but I'm gonna go Spurs.
Give me the San Antonio Spurs. Hawks and the Pacers.
Pacers.
Give me the Atlanta Hawks. Pelicans and the 76ers.
Sixers.
Give me the Philadelphia 76ers. Timberwolves and the Grizzlies.
T-Wolves.
Give me the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mavericks and the Rockets.
Rockets.
Give me the Houston Rockets. NBA Sundays games 3 times in 4 days. Bulls and the Heat.
Heat.
Give me the Miami Heat. Bucks and the Celtics.
Celtics.
Give me the Boston Celtics. Magic and the Spurs.
Spurs.
Give me the San Antonio Spurs. Nets and the Pistons.
Pistons.
Give me the Detroit Pistons. Jazz and the Raptors.
Raptors.
Give me the Toronto Raptors. Kings and the Wizards.
Wizards.
Give me the Washington Wizards. Lakers and the Knicks.
Knicks.
Give me the LA Lakers. Clippers and the Suns.
Suns.
Give me the LA Clippers. Cavs and the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers.
Give me the Cleveland Cavaliers. Thunder and the Nuggets.
Thunder.
Give me the OKC Thunder. NBA Mondays games. Pelicans and the Hornets.
Hornets.
Give me the Charlotte Hornets. Rockets and the Pacers.
Rockets.
Give me the Houston Rockets. Timberwolves and the Grizzlies.
Timberwolves.
Give me the Minnesota Timberwolves. 76ers and the Clippers.
Sixers.
Give me the Philadelphia 76ers. NBA Tuesdays games. Bulls and the Bucks.
Bucks.
Give me the Chicago Bulls. Nuggets and the Pistons.
Pistons.
Give me the Detroit Pistons. Jazz and the Pacers.
Jazz.
Give me the Indiana Pacers. Knicks and the Wizards.
Knicks.
Give me the New York Knicks. Lakers and the Nets.
Lakers.
Give me the LA Lakers. Hawks and the Heat.
Heat.
Give me the Atlanta Hawks. Celtics and the Mavericks.
Mavericks.
Give me the Boston Celtics. Magic and the Thunder.
Thunder.
Give me the OKC Thunder. 76ers and the Warriors.
Sixers.
Give me the Philadelphia 76ers. Suns and the Trailblazers.
Blazers.
Give me the Portland Trailblazers. NBA Wednesdays games. Nuggets and the Knicks.
Knicks.
Give me the New York Knicks. Timberwolves and the Raptors.
Raptors.
Give me the Minnesota Timberwolves. Celtics and the Rockets.
Rockets.
Give me the Houston Rockets. Pelicans and the Bucks.
Bucks.
Give me the New Orleans Pelicans. Thunder and the Spurs.
Spurs.
Give me the OKC Thunder. Grizzlies and the Kings.
Kings.
Give me the Memphis Grizzlies. Cavs and the Clippers.
Clippers.
Give me the LA Clippers. And finally, NBA Thursdays games. Bulls and the Raptors.
Raptors.
Give me the Toronto Raptors. Wizards and the Pistons.
Pistons.
Give me the Detroit Pistons. Nets and the Magic.
Magic.
Give me the Orlando Magic. Jazz and the Hawks.
Hawks.
Give me the Atlanta Hawks. Hornets and the Rockets.
Rockets.
Give me the Houston Rockets. Spurs and the Mavericks.
Spurs.
Give me the San Antonio Spurs. Warriors and the Suns.
Warriors.
Give me the Golden State Warriors. And finally, 76ers and the Lakers.
Sixers.
Give me the LA Lakers. Let me read this last one. Francisco, Mitch is not so good. I think Mitch is actually a good coach. I think he's been pretty good this year. And I thought he was
I don't think I picked the Bulls at all.
Because
and Pickems.
your hate is crazy because you love Derrick Rose. He played for the Bulls, but you hate. I just don't get it. Like the hate crazy. Like I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't matter. But that's it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. Make sure you guys follow us on all Full Court Entertainment Podcast on all our social media platforms at Full Court Entertainment Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to hear me and Charles yap for the past 2 hours, we are on the audio platforms on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Again, make sure you guys hype up our videos and like all our shorts and videos. If Giannis gets traded or any superstar gets traded, I will hope my co-host will be here for us to break it down and talk about any type of news possible. But until then, we will be back next Thursday when the trade deadline has happened. We will recap trade deadlines. We will also break any news that happens on trade deadline at that time. But damn, brother, that noise, that mic. But again, it was a nice podcast. There's always love from Francisco. We will see y'all next Thursday trade deadline. Will Giannis Antetokounmpo be traded by the trade deadline? Gotta wait and see. But until then, see you guys later.